Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Saiki here, and today we're going to be bringing back Thief, one of my favorite survivors of all time in this game. Believe it or not, is Thief. No one talks about Thief, and if you look at the usage rates of Thief, he is one of the lowest usage rate survivors in this game. So, why are we using Thief? Because, guys, Thief is secretly underrated. Now, if my hair could just fix itself, we would talk about Thief. So, what is Thief? Thief is basically a thief. He carries a flashlight. He's the rip-off Dead by Daylight version survivor. But instead of being able to survive and carry people from being carried in balloons, he actually is a very good kiter if you use him out in the open. Now, it's very difficult because obviously you run into obstacles. But if you have not yet seen me play Thief, you guys are in for a real treat. And obviously, if you have already seen me play Thief, then guys, it's a ton of fun anyway. I always enjoy playing Thief. It's always scary because I never know how these kites are going to go. But I think that's what makes it so fun. I think that's what makes it so entertaining, is that with Thief, there really isn't a real route with Thief. It's more like you know the areas where your flashlight is good. You know the areas where your flashlight's bad. And sometimes you have to pass through the bad areas. The open areas are easier, but it's always so fun either way playing Thief. And hopefully we get some good matches, because if you guys haven't seen Thief, the power of Thief, you guys are going to be in for a shock. You're going to see this stream, you're going to be like, wow, Thief is so good. You're going to go play Thief in rank, and then you're going to die in like 5 seconds. I remember, dude, Thief streams on this channel go way back. I know some people, every once in a while I have like some guy ask me, Saiki, why are you using Thief? And I'm like, man, they have not seen the power of Thief yet on this channel. Thief on this channel goes back all the way to when Cats still played this game. Now, I bet you guys, half of you don't even know who Cats is anymore. But Cats used to be a popular Irony 5 YouTuber. And he would, like, advocate for these weak survivors that no one was talking about. And just everyone said they were weak. But he would, like, find a way to make it work. Yo, Skeletor, thank you so much for the $5. I don't have the Thief Koa. It's Koa 1, by the way. Get your skins right. Oh my god, we got the best Thief map. Okay, well, playing Thief on Church is literally just brain dead. So, if there's any map you want to start out playing Thief on, it's this map right here. Church is, first of all, amazing, because you got those guaranteed window vaults that the hunter has to vault almost always, unless you're Geisha or some very odd hunter like that. That can ignore the window vaults. Most of them had to vault them. Even the fastest vaulters like Hellenberg can get stunned by the flashlight before they finish the vault, because it takes time to actually turn around, not just finish the vault, right? You can spawn either at Shack or you could spawn at Church, but really, as long as you can find some way to reach Church, that's the best case scenario. The only problem with not spawning Church or not spawning Shack is that you'll run into someone who probably won't expect you to come in. So that can be a pretty big problem. Qist. Now, Qist is a little bit scary, but also not so scary. Now, you do have to be careful, because if you don't have a guaranteed window vault, Qist can be scary because he moves so fast. You can carry impulsive. They almost always carry impulsive, so they'll very often just charge your attack, look backwards, and then swing at you, and then hit you. That's why it's so important that you have a window to vault, because Qist is one of the worst window vault hunters in this game. And I just realized the stream is looking really bad. We're going to have to fix the black boxes in a second, but first, we got to focus on this kite. Now, let's see if he even chases us for starters. He's not going to chase us. You know, I have this, like, theory, this, like, speculation that I've disrespected too many hunters with Thief to the point where they don't even want to chase me anymore. I used to have hunters chase me quite a bit as Thief. Nowadays, it's like, I guess it is a 1 in 4 chance at the end of the day. Like, it's not guaranteed we get chased. But come on. Come on, it's a Thief. How bad can Thief be? That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, how bad can Thief possibly be? And that's where they all fall for it. Okay. I have to keep an eye on the screen here while I'm changing this, because the hunter might come for us. But we should be fine here. Again, we have these windows here, so it shouldn't be a big deal. These are not the best windows, though. He's not going to necessarily vault this window. It really depends where he comes out of, depending on which... We're going to use one of these windows, but it depends where he comes out. If he comes out, like, over here, we're going to try to use this window over here. We just want to use the window where it's hardest for him to go around, depending on where he is. Like, obviously, if he's next to this rocket chair, we don't want to vault the window that's right next to him, because that would be easiest to go around and just hit us. These windows are very good even against any hunter that doesn't vault slow. Or vault slow. Anyway, gotta fix stream a little bit here. She didn't die to the suck ball. Okay, that's a good start. Alright, should be fine. Now, I would love to pop this, but I don't think we're gonna be able to. Weber's Law can carry us here. So we survived there because of Weber's Law. If it weren't for Weber's Law, we probably would take a hit right there. Very greedy of him to do that, by the way. Is he even gonna be able to get rid of the progress in time? He needs to close this. Yep. Okay, well... Actually, he did close it, but he didn't put a third connection point. You need to put more than 2 if you're going to siphon away progress on the cipher. So it actually would have siphoned because he did close the connection. He just didn't add the third connection point to actually make it do anything. You need to have 3 points on a cipher machine. You got to circle it like a triangle or like a square. But you cannot just put one connection, a second connection, then close it, because that doesn't count as like a shape. That doesn't count as being inside of a cipher. You need a third connection point, otherwise it doesn't regress the cipher machine. So a little bit of a mistake on his end, or he just didn't have a third connection point, which is probably very likely, because the game just started. This Ento has been kiting him, forcing balls like crazy, and yeah. I swear. There has to be like a bingo. Like, how many times has Psyche forgotten to turn off his notifications before a stream starts? Like, how many times? Almost every stream, I swear to God. Every single time, man. Anyway, that was still a great example of Thief. I mean, bro, Thief. We literally just ran out in the open, and we still have, like, what? 92% of our flashlight from one stun. Unfortunately, we actually got cipher locked here. This is going to be very easy for Q's to protect all 3 of these cipher machines in a straight line. Honestly, I think he could, as long as he positions himself right. I think Patience still gets this, but someone's getting hit immediately. Dancer gets hit immediately. I just hope she runs away. If she runs away, that's the most important thing, because it'll force him to choose. Oh, come on. I think we still die here, unfortunately. Man, that's so sad. So yeah, the problem is that once he has full presence, QS is a bit of a problematic hunter, because you can't really see where he vaults or where he comes out of the ball and vault in time. Otherwise, you're going to get terror shocked. That's what the full presence ability does. I would love to heal up here, because that is what QS relies on. Man, and he broke the pallet. Okay. Yeah, so this is where it gets bad. I almost wonder if we should actually open a chest here, because if we don't get a syringe, this game is basically over. If I decode the cipher and he comes for us, we also pretty much die. We need a syringe. I mean, if football works. Football honestly works. If I could just pick it up. But yeah, we're never going to get the cipher done. We need to work on ciphers together as a team. Heal up, preferably. Now is a fine time to decode the cipher, because if he comes for me, they get a free rescue, they get heals off, and we get away with this football. But this is not good. I would have loved to not take that hit here, but man, that was my bad. It looked like he was on the same side of the wall as me, so a little bit annoying. Okay, Ento gets farmed here, unfortunately. He's going to siphon off the cipher again. Not a whole lot we can do about that. Unlucky timing on the calibration. What are you going to do about it, though, I guess? We're not going to heal up here. We got to force him to choose here. If we heal up, we let him have both. No decode, and he gets to camp. We can't let him have that. I'll try not to get calibrations here. Here we go. I think we're going to want to give the football to the dancer if she doesn't have a box. She's been on chair, and she's more of a target than I am. There you go. Hopefully she gets the football. Yep, she does. Nice. She's definitely going to be the target here. Or in the case that I'm the target, at least I won't be like on my first or second chair. Or I will be on my first, but I won't be on my second or dead chair. So that's the most important thing. But we don't even need it. That was a little bit scary there. Thief does have the best emotes in the game. You can't deny that. He might not be the best character, but he does have the best emotes. Okay, it's an okay game. That was okay. Not the end of the world. Against the impossible? Guys, we were against the impossible. How could we have possibly won? That hunter was so much higher tier than us. Look at how much higher tier than he was. Oh my god, 51 star dragon. I'm shaking. I'm literally shaking out here. This is the best thief skin. Why is this thief skin not called painter, by the way? This skin should be called painter. What even is a lacquer? What is a lacquer? I don't even know how to pronounce it. Instead, the mustache skin is the painter skin. Honestly, that skin's pretty cool too. That skin is also pretty cool. When did Friday streams become a thing? When I didn't stream on Thursdays, they become a thing. I don't think Seki has read the chat at all. No, I haven't. Yo, thank you so much, though, Skelter. I don't have the Thief Koa skin. No, I don't even like it, though. You do? Okay. Who asked? Thank you for the $5 donation, Skelter. I really appreciate it. Thief sucks. Because you're playing it. Seki, can you tell Maxi the Owl profile picture that I don't sound American? You don't sound American. You sound British like this. So there you guys go. That is what Luca sounds like. Live demonstration. When are we going to get the American Luca? We need the American Luca to the British Luca. I mean, technically, Luca's not even British. He's Australian. But we all know Australia is just basically another part of Britain. I mean, come on. Let's be honest. I never think about it. Like, I'm so used to picking Thief. Oh, anyway. Okay, right. Before I even get to that. I never finished the Thief thing. So, Katz was the original advocator of Thief, right? And I saw his video, and I'm like, you know, technically Thief can be good, but he's never going to work because of one big problem. He didn't remove abilities back then. So not only could you get sniped in the middle of your flashlight, but on top of that, hunters can hold their ability to moonwalk and just hide their face. Because you need to shine their face in order to stun them. So if you don't do that, and they just keep holding backwards, you're never going to stun them. Which is a pretty big problem. And so that's why Thief was never really a good character. And then one day they finally decided to rework Thief and make it so that he actually can remove hunter abilities. Which, on the one hand, it makes it easier to stun the hunter because they can't hit you with abilities while you're trying to flashlight them, obviously. But more importantly, hunters like Gisha, Wu Chang, literally any hunter that can hold their ability, were able to just look away from Thief and hide their face while still walking towards him. Now that's not an issue. Which is very important. I mean, it still is an issue for 1 second, but then after the 1 second, they can't look away anymore. They can hold their ability for 1 second, and then you just need to be far enough away where you were able to remove their ability, but they still can't hit you the next 2 seconds. So, I mean, the flashlight range is so big. That's another underrated aspect of Thief. No one realizes how big the flashlight range is. A lot of people just use the Thief flashlight too late. When it's not at the maximum distance, they like let the hunter get closer when they could have started using it earlier, and that's what allows the hunter to like look away for a little bit, charge their attack, maybe hold their ability out backwards, and then swing at the Thief because he didn't use the flashlight at the maximum distance. You got to know the range of the flashlight. That's a pretty big deal. And yeah, definitely don't underrate it. I'm over here talking about like how Thief is like the best survivor in the game. Like Thief is not even close to the best survivor. But you got to know how to play him at the end of the day if you want to play him. I will say, the one thing about Thief is that Thief is one of those solo queue survivors where it's very easy to underestimate him. And if you actually know what you're doing, bro, you kick some serious butt. And it's not even like he only has hunters that hard counter him. Thief has several hunters that he hard counters, which is so strange. There's not a lot of survivors in this game that, like, I would say hard counter a hunter, but Thief is one of those survivors, one of the few survivors in this game that actually can hard counter a couple hunters in this game. Namely Clerk. Clerk is obviously the most notable hunter, because Clerk can't do anything. Clerk doesn't move faster. Clerk can't hit you while you're walking. I mean, she could record herself and try to swing, but that never works. It's too slow. She fully relies on you interacting, and Thief doesn't do that. So the other way hunters will catch up is by movement speed or using other abilities that can damage you while you're in the open, and Clerk just doesn't do that. So he's just a hard counter to Clerk, which is great. He's also very good against Mad Eyes. He literally supports the team. There's no other survivor like Thief that supports the team by removing the Hunter's ability. I mean, Mad Eyes has to stand still. So many Mad Eyes players, by the way, when they play Mad Eyes, half the time they don't even realize they're getting flashlighted, so they just stand there after you remove their console, and then you just get stunned right after, too. So that's even better. But yeah, I mean, sadly, no one plays those Hunters anymore. Clerk used to be like a good counter for Thief, and she still is. The issue is no one plays Clerk. Clerk is kind of dead. I'm not going to lie. Clerk is pretty much dead nowadays. They keep buffing Patient, so anyone who plays Patient is going to hard counter Clerk even more than he already did. All harassers have made Clerk worse, and the addition of Archer has made it a lot harder for Clerk to survive. Survivors like Composer, who are decoders at hard but have a speed up mobility item, just make Clerk impossible to chase against them. Not impossible, but a lot slower. And a Cheerleader combines very well with Composer. On top of that, Cheerleader being also an amazing survivor against Clerk. Literally any Hunter like that doesn't have movement speed abilities, they do tend to die to these movement-based survivors. So this is the second time the target escapes the Hunter, and now we're healing them. I wouldn't even be surprised if this is the same Qist, honestly. We did get the same Dancer, I think. She was wearing the same skin. I didn't check her badge. I think everything was the same, though. He's just vaulting the window. Look at how slow he vaults that window. You see how slow he vaults that window? Even when he has the what is it? The 18% movement speed buff? Or not movement speed, but interaction speed buff. Even when he has that, it's not that good. And we are going to be able to stun him here. He's not carrying Berserker, and we're going to be able to keep blocking off his ability. So he's not going to be able to use his ability. It's going to significantly slow him down here. He's going to try to just get away from us, which is a good strategy. That is a good strategy. He might be trying to blink us here based off that swing. I'm a little bit scared. So I'm going to try to keep our distance so that he can never blink us. And just like that, I mean, honestly, he could have backed off there, but he still would have been at such a huge distance deficit. She doesn't want to heal. We should absolutely heal. We should not be playing this game fast. We should not be playing this game fast. Okay, well, now that he's chasing Little Girl, we should play it a little bit faster. Honestly, it would be nice if Little Girl hid there, but I don't know if anyone ping Hunter change target. Qist also gets stronger when you guys don't heal. It would already be a good thing to heal even if it wasn't Qist. I think it's a big mistake here not to heal. This is a huge mistake not to heal here. Enchantress is forcing us to heal with someone else now. Okay. We still need a heal here, dog. There's no point decoding the cipher. Finally someone realizes to heal. Thank you. Especially against Qist. He has like a 16-second buff now on his movement speed. Every time he comes out of the ball, he's just 20% faster. He's even faster than Hula Baloo right now. For 16 seconds every time he comes out of that ball. We need a heal up here. The Enchantress not healing is a pretty big mistake. I mean, I guess it's not the end of the world, because again, Qist decided to pressure this cipher when he shouldn't be pressuring the cipher. I mean, I feel like it's the same case, because he's making some game sense mistakes here. They need a... Ooh, that's not good. Ooh! I think I'm dead here. Man. So awkward, because I don't want to run to the Little Girl, and I don't know where the suck ball is, unfortunately. I don't want to run to the line. Unfortunate. That was a... I don't want to say that was an awful pop. I think they had to pop there. I'm pretty sure they had to pop there. Did they have to pop? They didn't have to pop so soon. They did have to pop, but they didn't have to pop so soon. They could have waited 6 seconds there. They popped way too early. They can wait a little bit. Give us a little bit of distance. And then they can pop, right? At least let me vault the Paladin in the blue box, right? That was really unfortunate, but at least everyone got out. Somehow, I think it's because the Little Girl just teleported to the gate, right? I think the Little Girl just teleported out, so... Unlucky there, but I guess it is what it is. It's not... I mean, Chinatown is just a garbage map. It's literally just a garbage map. What was that pop? They had to pop because the cipher was going to regress. But they had 6 seconds to wait. They didn't have to pop so soon. I feel like people just don't know the numbers. I mean, bro, I had to explain this to Numer, and Numer is a co-op player. That I tell him what numbers to watch out for to know when the server's going to regress and when he has time to wait for a pop, right? The numbers are 74, right? Or not 74. When it hits 73. When the number's at 74, you are 1 second off from the cipher regressing. You know what? Let's just say at 73 seconds, right as it hits 73 seconds on the line that's next to you, that's when the cipher will regress. And the next time it regresses is when it goes from 36 to 35. That's when it regresses again. So pretty much every, 38 seconds? Does that equal 38? 74, 36 to 35. Yeah, that equals 38. So every 38 seconds, the cipher regresses unless it's the first regression, which only takes 6 seconds. That's why the numbers are 74 to 73 and from 36 to 35. That's when the cipher regresses. It's never going to regress more than 2 times because the cipher can only get regressed every, 40 seconds or something like that, or every 38 seconds. The point is, it's specifically balanced so that each line can only regress a cipher 2 times. Anyway, what's up, Tato? Glad you can make it. Do you think Thief's balloon harass is viable for comp? Not at all. Dude, not even in regular rank. I just want to make it clear. The only difference between... I'm assuming by comp you mean tournament. The only difference between rank and tournament is the bans. The gameplay is exactly the same. So, just because you saw a Thief balloon flashlight in rank, technically means that it is just as likely to pull off in tournament. Because there's not really any difference in terms of gameplay. It's just the difference in psychology before the match even starts. That's the only thing tournament is about. Tournament has nothing to do with the actual gameplay, really. Everything you see in tournament, gameplay-wise, is what you should be doing in your rank matches, generally speaking. This is the 3rd QS, by the way. 3 out of 3 for QS today. But in terms of the bans, don't take the bans to heart in tournament because there's a lot of things they think about. They know who the hunter is for starters. They know who their opponent is, right? They know what they play. Right, so they may want to do different bans because of that reason. They also know that almost every hunter is going to play the best 4 hunters in this game, which are Opera Singer, Go-Man, Shadow, and Hula Baloo. These are the best 4 hunters in the game by a landslide. It's not even close. And don't tell me that Hula Baloo is a tie hunter because there is no hunter that has as good of a win potential as Hula Baloo that is still considered a tie hunter. It's not even close. It's not even close. So if you're going to call Hula Baloo a tie hunter, you'd be calling Ann at the same level as Hula Baloo, which is not even close. It's not even close. He is by far one of the best hunters in this game. Don't care what you say. It is I think it's more of a thing that people relatively speak about now when they compare the top 4 and when they look at this small bubble of the top 4. Oh yeah, Hula Baloo, people say Hula Baloo's the worst of the bunch. Okay, maybe. I'm not going to say he's not. But he is by far certainly not significantly worse than most other hunters in this game besides the top 4 hunters. He's easily up there. Is this the same QS, by the way? This is the exact same skin. I don't even need to drop this palette. We have Weber's Law here. I could rely on the flashlight too. I don't like that we're cutting by the line though. Because now he's going to be able to use the line. A little bit unlucky. Can you go inside the line? You can see where I am for 5 seconds. Who cares? That was going to be a blink, but you know what? It's fine. This is also fine. Maybe he did that to blink it out, but you know what? Flywheel still comes out. Flywheel still comes out. He didn't get anything out of it. He didn't get his insolence up. Now he uses the blink. But I mean, Flywheel's going to come back. And time's ticking for the hunter. The hunter's on the one on the time constraint here, not us. Generally speaking, as long as you play games slow, you have much better chances of winning or tying. Especially against someone like Qist. And if he plays slow, then he's the one at a disadvantage. Also, Thief gives everyone 10% more calibrations. So he helps everyone decode. You do get a decode bonus from hitting a perfect calibration, by the way. Not in terms of percent, but you just get a flat 2% added to your total progress. So if you were at 36%, you hit a perfect, you go up to 38. And that works for the first 4 calibrations. After the first 4, it's only 1%. So after 4 perfect calibrations, you go from adding 2% to 1%. So let's say you're at 70%, you hit a perfect, you only go up to 71. So do try to hit those perfect calibrations. They do actually add to your decode. And Thief technically helps people decode ciphers slightly faster. I mean, Prospector used to have 50% more calibrations or something crazy like that. And they took that away. Because he was just too good at decoding, apparently. Took that away, funny enough. We do have that cipher over there at Corner House. We also have an extra one being worked on here. I mean, we have so many ciphers being worked on right here. There's no possible way the queues can protect all of them. This queue is just having a rough time, by the way. If this is the same guy, he's having a rough day. No pallets here, by the way. We can flashlight over these walls, though. Some walls you can flashlight over, similar to how Ripper can Foggy Blade over some walls, or Gamekeeper can hook over some walls. Flashlight can do the exact same thing. I would love to pop here if possible. It's too risky, though. Okay, never mind. He gives it to us. That guy's standing there on the pallet vault. I'm a little bit worried this guy's about to go for the gate. Especially with Tram being in the way here. Okay, but he's not coming. Man, no pallets here either. This is going to be really hard to survive here. Okay, I don't know about healing him. And I know that's not the bot healing him, because the bot just died. That's not good. I guess if... It's not good. I mean, Prosper's going to pick himself up. This is not good. What do we do? Do we heal bad or do we protect Prospector? We're not really at a good angle to protect Prospector. Also, he's just going to get suckballed here, most likely. We're going to try to heal him here. At least he didn't die on top of the tram, or else we wouldn't really be able to... I would love if Mechanic went to go help Prospector, because Prospector has no self-heal right now. We don't need two people healing the same guy. That wasn't really good game sense from them right there. Okay. So now I'm going to let her heal him, and we can stay back here. We can stay back. If anything, we could even work on the other gate here. Well, now it's a little bit risky. We might not want to do that. Yeah, we got to be careful here. We can wait out on the tension. We can be patient here. Okay, I'm not getting anything. I'm just going to tell them Hunter change targets so they can avoid the Hunter. The Hunter might be on their path. Okay, it looks like she's going to rescue, so we're just going to go do this gate now. So that by the time they reach it, we can actually all get out as a team. Never mind, it's already almost open. We're going to try to body block for the batter here. If we can block off his abilities, that's actually very important here, because he's going to try to suckball the gate. He's going to prevent people from escaping here. Okay, or he can do that. That also works. Not a whole lot to do about that. We can still prevent him from using the suckball, though. 5 seconds of no suckball. There's nothing he can do right here. Okay, that's a little bit unnecessary at that point. That's kind of crazy. Alright, was it the same queuist? Oh my god, this poor guy. This poor guy lost 3 games in a row. I don't see a lot of hunters gain points from fixing a losing streak. I get it a lot as Survivor, but this poor hunter is going to get at least +2 for his 3-game losing streak. I mean, that's just the 3 games we know about. We've won 3 consecutive games against him. With randoms, by the way. This poor man. I feel bad for him. Poor guy's just dying over and over again. Oh yeah, anyway, back to the thing about cats that I never finish. Yeah, cats use Thief a lot, but Thief wasn't really good back then until they reworked Thief so that he could actually block abilities. It just helps your teammates out even when the hunter's not facing you. Like right there, Thief prevented our batter from getting sucked by the suck ball. And yes, the mechanic could have blocked the suck ball, but that's not guaranteed. What we did was guaranteed, and so that's like a situation where Thief just saved our batter's life, where otherwise he could have died. And that's awesome. That's just one instance of how much that rework helped him, and that's what really made me want to use Thief consistently on the channel. Because until then, Thief was kind of like a meme, you know? I would use Thief, But the flashlight would never work because every hunter just looked away while holding their ability. And since you couldn't block abilities, they would just do that forever. Every single time I played Thief on stream, it was just like, okay, let's see how long we can kite with no item. I would just never use the flashlight unless they vaulted or broke a pallet. And otherwise, it was mostly a itemless kite. And they were still really fun kites. We got a lot of good kites using no ability, and that's still really fun. That's still really impressive, but obviously that's more of like a challenge character at that point. There's no reason to pick Thief in that case. But now Thief actually has a serious strategic purpose and something that he can do that no other hunter can do. That being said, Thief really sucks against opera singers, so that's not too good. Could you play Explorer for one round? Nah, I'm not good at Explorer. This is a Thief stream. Yeah, Thief is not going to be good against opera singer though. I mean, there's no way we're going to be able to stop her, especially if she has 1,000 presence. We could stop her if we cross an open area, which forces her to swing out of her dash. And that'll slow her just enough to cancel her ability from continuously still dashing towards us. But otherwise, we're in a lot of trouble here. Honestly, I might even rather go against Goman here than Opera. It really depends. It really depends. It's not always better. Okay, I'm not getting anything. No heartbeat, nothing. Okay, never mind. Leaving again. But don't know why Tor Merchant's saying that when Batter's the one getting chased here. Batter should be able to Batter should be the one to say that, right? I assume so. Yeah, there we go. He's just not pinging. He's just pinging when the game reminds him to, funny enough. That's fine. That's what it's there for. To remind people to ping. And she's probably not going to have teleport here, right? Did Omni win? What do you mean Omni won? Question mark, question mark. Well, they beat PR. They beat my team. My team was called PR. But there was another team called PRR. You're kidding me. You're actually kidding me. They won? IDV YouTube. Wow. You guys, you're serious. I'm actually going to check. You can't be serious. Also, this is a really good kite, by the way. Extremely good kite to opera singer. We do need another cipher, though. Usually we do this cipher next, or the one at Shack. It really depends where our teammates are decoding. But no one is decoding here, so we can just do this one next. And this one's also better to do, because this way, when we pop the last cipher, it sets us up to be right next to the gate. So it's just like a double thing. It's like, not only is it the fastest cipher to walk to, but it's also, after we pop the cipher, we're going to be the closest to the exit gate. So we're kind of like accounting for multiple things at the same time here, so that we're strategically in a good position at the end of the game to prevent the hunter from having extra time before the gate opens. You know, we're limiting that as much as possible. So yeah, you guys must be kidding, right? You guys must be kidding, right? I feel like oh my god, one cipher remaining and Sears on his first oh no, he's dead. He's dead, never mind. I'm looking at the points right now. 17-5, and what round is this? Oh god, you guys might be right. They might have won. There's no way. There's no way. Oh my god, they did win. Seriously, dude? China! Was this a Chinese team? Who is PRR? Who is this? I can't believe it. My man, they're gonna make Sprinter wait 5 years for his first Chinese victory win, and then Omni gets it on a silver platter. Guys, come on, bro. Come on. Okay, I'd rather he pop his cipher first, right? Okay, well, I'm just gonna pop. You should be popping middle earlier just because of abnormal, but I guess he wants me to just be at the gate. That's fair enough, too. It doesn't really matter. She's camping there no matter what. I don't know what happened there, by the way. She's just dead. She's just dead. That's not good. We do get the gate open, though. Okay, so she's not going to teleport on us to stop gate. She could still teleport later on this game to stop someone from reaching the gate. That is unbelievable. Man. I don't mean to hate on Omni, but they do not deserve to even be in Koa, dog. Anyway. Batter, you better come in here before you get teleport on. Or did she already use Blink? Exit gate 39%. Yeah, that's usually why you should go to the opened exit gate or dungeon. Never try to open an exit gate that late into the game. Really bad game sense choice. Fell right for the trump card that I've been talking about since literally the beginning of this game. Or not the beginning, but it's in my head since the beginning. I mean, guys, what kind of opera is not going to run trump card? Literally, it's all the same opera singer builds. It's all fast palette breaking. Unless it's like a big map, maybe then they won't. All trump card, all detention, all the time. A tie, almost to win, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. You're going to tie some games, you're going to lose some games because someone didn't know what they were doing. Dungeon was near factory, I think, but I mean, I would still wait. I would still wait near somewhere where it's unpredictable. I mean, the teleport is very predictable there. If you had asked me, Psyche, what is the most predictable thing the Hunter's going to do that you think they're about to do, I would say teleport. I would not say that they're about to search dungeon. Alright? I would say that they're about to teleport. They're going to go for a YOLO teleport and call it there. Dr. Ban, huh? PR is South Korean team. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I guess they can win that. You don't take fast power breaking so you can appreciate Wu Qing's beauty while he breaks it. What kind of... This is not even strategy anymore. What are we talking about? And then you lose. That's usually what happens without fast power breaking Wu Qing. Why Wu Qing especially? Poor Why Wu Qing. Without fast power breaking? Why Wu Qing without fast power breaking? At this point, with fast power breaking, I've just become used to Wu Qing. Like, when you see fast power breaking Wu Qing, that's like his normal speed now to me. That's like normal Hunter breaking speed to me. It's crazy. Wow, Thief is actually going to be very good against Clown if we're first chase here. His rocket dash early game is too slow. He needs full presence. And even with full presence, you could still catch him, but it's very close. But without full presence, we should have this easily, unless I make a mistake here. But yeah, Clown is just too slow to catch up to Thief. His ability gets cancelled before then. And once his ability gets cancelled, he gets stunned because he can't move out of the way of the flashlight. So we're definitely going to take the most dangerous cipher here. This is one of the worst ciphers to do against Clown. You definitely want to have your best survivor doing this cipher, or if you don't have any survivors good against Clown, no one should really do it. Only issue is that you could lead into a 3 cipher situation. This game, I think we would lead to a 4 cipher situation. Because we have 2 ciphers at Hotel, 1 at Tunnel. Tunnel's guaranteed. This cipher's guaranteed. It spawns here every game. And then we have this cipher over here. We could get 4 ciphered here if we don't finish this cipher. The tunnel cipher. Even then, we would still get 3 ciphered, but at least the 2 ciphers are like on a better part of the map. So we definitely want to pop tunnel here. It's going to just break the ciphers apart, so it's going to be harder for hunters to protect 3 at the same time. The further our last 3 ciphers are apart, the better. That's something we think about when we, start any game. What cipher should we do first so that we don't have all ciphers on the same side of the map? Or if they are on the same side of the map, then at least let's make sure they're far away from each other. Like this and this. Same side, but they are far away to be fair. I wonder if there is any reason to help out here. We actually could definitely help her out here. Stop the dash. And then stun him. Thief is so good against Clown, dude. Oh, and I just got stuck. And now he gets stunned again. No, he has fast pallet breaking. Okay, so he doesn't get stunned. Fair enough. It is what it is. We want him to... We want to block off his access to a survivor here, if possible. Unfortunately, that wall is kind of getting in my way right there. Sucks a little bit. Straight lines is our goal here. Yeah, we don't have a straight line, though. This is still good enough. I mean, there's just nothing you can do. Unless I mess up here, there's not a whole lot the Clown can do. Straight lines in open areas is what we need to survive here. Not pallets, not windows. We don't want to use those. If we use those, those are walls and they'll get in the way of the flashlight. We definitely will take this cipher machine, though. Oh my god, you're just here? He didn't see you? That's crazy. I think she just hid in the corner of the cipher machine and just didn't shake it. Nice flywheel. Maybe you should... Oh, I'm so sorry. Was that double calibration or was that just one calibration? I just missed it. Well, if he teleports now, he has it. But I think he used Blink, though, so he doesn't have it. Nice. We also get the Enchantress buff as well there. I remember a long time ago, there used to be like this bug for healing where you would get a healing calibration and it would just randomly cancel before the calibration would even show up. And my guess was because there would be 2 calibrations that showed up. And so it would fail the first one. Never mind, I guess we're not risking. I'll just do the cipher machine then. She has peepers. What a beautiful... Oh, it was so beautiful, but she didn't make it still. Also, look, is that a controller? Was that a controller on the ground? Oh my god, it is. Also, he's full presence now, so I don't know if we're going to be able to get this anymore. Oh, nah. It's too much. He's too fast. We definitely want to play this game slow now. Look at this. He's not really chasing anyone. He's just trying to protect the cipher machine. We need to spend our time healing here. If we could heal up here, that would be great. Too bad I didn't pick up the controller. That would have helped us heal. I don't think we're ever going to want to use that controller on the cipher, though. Decoy, I could use that, but I think someone else could use that maybe a little bit more than I can. Okay, we might be in trouble here. Ugh. We might still be dead here. I think we're still dead here. He's just too close. The flashlight is so bad at upper range. Close range flashlight is not good. But I mean, we don't really have a choice there. Oh, he dropped a peeper. He's just going to pick up, though. The problem with picking up here is we're going to gain so much decode on that one cipher. Just a few seconds of picking us up and we gain 25% decode right there. Very early rescue, though. Okay, too bad he was stuck inside the rocket chair there, so we can't even follow up with a stun, but we don't need to. Just making sure he can't... I think the dancer has the controller here, by the way, so we don't need to worry about it, and he just ends the game. I mean, guys, that first chase... If something happens to your first chase as Clown, that's the biggest problem with the Clown. Like, you have such good infinite mobility on Chinatown as Clown, but then if someone has some way to cancel your dash, it's so tough to the point that Enchantress was able to survive so long that she actually came to me, and then we just kept canceling the dash in an infinite cycle, and there was just nothing he could do after that. He could try to go after the Enchantress. Like, that Clown literally could not go after the Enchantress anymore after the first stun. Because we were just blocking his way. If you, as a thief, this is the best position to be in as a thief. You have your survivor behind you, and you're looking at the hunter with the flashlight. You're in between the two characters. You're between your survivor and you're between the hunter, so that way there's nothing the hunter can do to get around you. They have to deal with you before they can go to their target. And that's the real powerhouse of thief right there. Clown, though, I will say, makes it a lot easier, because his dash is just too slow. His dash is just too slow early game. It's just not good enough. With full presence, it becomes a lot harder. If you can get him in a narrow area, though, and not in an open area, you could still cancel the full presence, but in an open area like that, it's too hard to guess where he's going to go to. Yeah, 20 points, by the way. That's absolutely insane. Why did I get 20 points? Solo win against the Impossible for a win streak bonus, and we got the second highest deduction. Second highest deduction. So you do get extra points depending on how high your deduction is compared to other survivors. So obviously Enchantress had the highest deduction. She had 12,000, so she gets +4. I had the second highest, she gets +3. Someone else had the third highest, so they get +2, and then whoever has the least gets +1. The Hunter has nothing to do with deduction points. They are not even in there. So in a way, if you think about it, you're competing with your teammates for the most points. Because whoever gets the most points, doesn't matter if it's win, tie, or loss, someone is going to get +4, someone's getting +3, someone's getting +2, and the last guy's getting +1 in every single game. That's how every single game is going to go for points. So if you guys are going to lose, and you know there's no point going for a rescue because Hunter's just easily going to farm that person and later kill you quickly because you're at half health probably, and maybe you got to use some abilities to even do the rescue. If that is the case, and you guys know you're going to lose for sure and there's no point rescuing, or sorry, you know you're going to lose, then you might want to consider not rescuing. Because sometimes rescuing will give you less points than if you just kite. Especially nowadays. Almost always, as long as you even kite for like 40 or 30 seconds, that is almost always way more points than just rescuing nowadays. So if you can kite for longer than it's worth to just rescue, then just let the guy die. And also, when you let the guy die, they can't gain more points anymore. So you make it easier for you to get higher deduction. So that's like something to think about if you're in a losing position. But it doesn't really matter if you're in a winning position because obviously you guys are still trying to work together to actually win the game. You only care about yourself once the game's a loss. Otherwise, we're all trying to work together. Happens to be, somehow the Enchantress ended up still getting the most points somehow. Even though, usually people who come in and assist the survivor are usually the ones getting the most points. Usually, but nowadays they've really buffed chase times that really the person who's like using their abilities in the middle of a chase and just getting chased the longest, that's usually the guy who gets the most points nowadays. And I guess Enchantress was getting chased longer than I was. Even though we did kind of cut through the Hunter and just took over the chase. If you think about it, she didn't just take chase, she then started decoding, and then she even did a rescue on me. And all that gives a lot of points. On top of that, I didn't die immediately after the rescue, so she gets even more points. If your target doesn't die within 15 seconds of the rescue, the game awards you with like +200 or something like that, extra points for a reliable rescue. That's what it's called. First officer's taking a hit. I think it's because the fire spirit sees where he is. So he just follows him and then the Hellenberg knows where he is. It's actually not that easy as first officer going against a Hellenberg. I mean, once you vault any window though, the fire spirit just sucks. It just doesn't do anything. Once you go to any window, the fire spirit won't help you against first officer anymore. And yet he's dead anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. This is looking like the average top survivor rank game right now. These last 5 games, I don't know what's been happening. We've been winning too many games. This was bound to happen. This was bound to happen, let's be honest. Did he even get blink out, by the way? I'm a little bit scared to be right next to this window right now. I don't think I'm going to stun him here, though. Because if I stun him, he's going to gain flame from that. And flame is going to help him chase people. If we don't need to stun him, there's really no need to. But yeah, he did have blink right there. And I'm definitely not going to destroy this puppet. Destroying the puppets in almost all cases is a waste of time. The only time it's worth breaking the puppet is if it's on a cipher or a gate or some important position for you guys as survivors. That could be the center of the map, for example. If it's not a cipher, if it's not a gate, then what could that be? Let's just say hospital, right? On this map, hospital is a very strong kiting map. The hospital itself is also in the center of the map. So it's very important to deal with puppets in a strategic location like that. But otherwise, it's almost always a waste of time to break the puppet. Okay, I specifically made sure to wait there a little bit so you can't use the yellow puppet to teleport, but I think we're still in trouble here, honestly. Problem is these walls. These walls are really bad for us. The good news is that the puppet can't do anything here. But Hellenberg can. That's the problem. So you see how he's walking behind these obstacles? Because he knows I can't flashlight behind them. You look at how fast he is, though. You see how fast he is? That's the thing about Hellenberg that you got to watch out for. Is that hunt is what makes him so insanely fast. I don't think we're going to live here now. Yeah, that's kind of the issue. I should have walked near a pallet there. That was my bad. And also, we died on the cipher. This might be GG now if our teammates can't rescue. We could rebound here, but that all depends if they can rescue. I mean, Lawyer can't get Terror Shock, though. Lawyer can't get Terror Shock. Okay, he just broke that puppet for no reason. Nice. He did end up taking that hit right there. Problem is he's going to get chased now. He'll almost for sure... Oh, no, he doesn't have a puppet. Right. I guess in that situation, it's okay to break the puppet, because now he doesn't have the puppet to protect the cipher. I mean, the thing about Hellenberg is that the puppet is so hard to actually move around. This is what I didn't even get to. There's another reason why you shouldn't break the puppet. Not only is it a waste of time, of you guys not spending that time decoding, or doing something else, like healing. But the other thing is that you guys... Oh, I really hope she lets me pop. Nope, she doesn't. Great. Could you, like, walk in the pallet here? So that if he, at least if he teleports, we get him in the pallet? I don't know where he is. We might die here. Okay, no. We're fine. Nice, he hit the chair. Thankfully, he hit the chair. He does have that yellow puppet. Okay, so this is kind of the, this is what I was talking about. Now he has that yellow puppet in his inventory, which actually is better for him. Because it's very annoying as Humber to actually go up to... Man, how many times am I going to get stuck on a wall? I guess it's been a few days since I played Identity 5. It's been a while. Right here, we do need to break this puppet. I'm pretty sure... I don't know if he used it. Okay, now there's nothing he can do because the red puppet's not now on cooldown. Dude, I'm stuttering so much today. So yeah, this is definitely a puppet position that we need to deal with. Otherwise, he will be able to easily stop the exit gate. Puts him on a significant cooldown too, 46 seconds. The only issue is that now he has the red puppet. And Lawyer has not pinged anything in a long time. Well, someone needs to pressure gate. Otherwise, he's just going to camp and we don't gain anything. Now he has to choose gate or chair. He's probably going to put a puppet on the gate, though, if I had to imagine. We're just going to die to blink. I really hope the hunter didn't see him right there. I'll try to see where dungeon is right here. It's really risky to leave the gate, though, because of that red puppet. Detention's almost over as well. Maybe we can just wait it out. Yeah, he does have that puppet. Threw it inside. Does the lawyer know? Does the lawyer know that the puppet's inside? I don't know about breaking that puppet. I don't think that's a good idea. I feel like he should have ran away from it. Can he survive? Nah, he didn't survive. Why did he vault into the hunter right there? Seriously? Why would he do that? They ping dungeon? Alright, then why is he vaulting that early? He already used blink? Okay, well that explains why he wasn't coming for us then. Yeah, still not close enough. Again, another game where it's like why is he vaulting into the hunter over the puppet? He's worried that the Hellenber's gonna switch on the puppet. You can see that. Is he worried that he's gonna like do the red puppet trick on him? Maybe. Honestly, that lawyer screwed up by being in birdcage. Why is he in birdcage? Birdcage gives the hunter a way to easily see him. He should be upstairs. I mean, guys, how many times you're playing hunter on hospital and you have tonight's around hospital and you have no idea where they are? Like, if you go into hospital, then now they could be jumping out of hospital and going straight for dungeon. Especially something like Hellenberg, he's definitely going to want to leave a puppet somewhere near birdcage or somewhere near hospital to see where you are. So that way, if you're upstairs, at least you have time, right? Like, right there, he sees where you are immediately. You don't really have any escape route now. Of all places he could stand, I would think, logically speaking, you want to be in a position that's hardest for a hunter to reach. But I guess not. I guess not. Why not? Matador is also getting a nerf here. He's getting a nerf next season. They're finally nerfing the ability where he like gains his red apron that he can drop on pallets and windows over time. They're finally getting rid of that. He only will be able to get it from using the ability, which is a huge nerf, by the way. That's a huge nerf because that basically means that he will need to use 3 of his abilities in a single kite before he can start using the ability to drop that one apron on the ground. Or not on the ground, but on the powder window. That's a huge nerf because it's very easy to have 2. You start with 2. But it's very hard to get 3 on a kite because the cooldown is going to be 70 seconds after the balance changes. So there's like so many things about Matador that they're nerfing. Right now, he gradually gains the muleta that he can drop on pallets or windows. Gradually, just like Enchantress. But he also has a 60-second cooldown on his permanent ability that always comes back, which is ridiculously fast, right? So what they're doing is now they're getting rid of the ability to actually passively gain the ones where he can drop on the pallet, that ability that he can drop on the pallet, which basically means that now he needs to use 3 of his own abilities, which is very hard because he only starts with 2, and on top of all that, they're making the cooldown even longer. So all those things are going to make Matador way worse. On top of that, they're even nerfing his ability, how long it lasts, by 0.1 seconds. So before the balance change, right now it's longer than a flywheel right now. So if you think about it as like a flywheel lasts for, how long does it make you invulnerable for? 0.4 seconds, I think. The muleta makes you invulnerable for 0.7 seconds. Okay, that's quite a bit longer than flywheel, and they're nerfing that to 0.6. So the amount of time you're invincible or invulnerable, invincible is easier to say, honestly. That's the amount of time that they're nerfing. They're nerfing that amount of time. Like when he does that spin. That in that animation, he can't actually even get hit. He can't be damaged. Stuff like Gamekeeper hook will not hook him. I've been the Gamekeeper. I know this. It sucks. It's like original flywheel. It's so weird. But when you hook someone who's Matador, I've realized something. You don't even need to let him hook you. You can actually just spin in place, and if he hooks you, the game will think you hooked a survivor and it won't even pull you towards them, which is very different from flywheel. Because with flywheel, by the way, Barmage is dead, rest in peace. Because with flywheel, when you get hit by the hook and you flywheel, it counts as a wall. It used to not be like that, to be fair, but they changed that one day. So I'm a little bit surprised that they kept that in the game for a survivor like a Matador when they already have something like that well established. Well, let's see here. Hopefully they can pull off a rescue here. Nice blink. This is not good. I don't like this situation. Okay. Yeah, it's the same hunter. We're just getting all the same hunters today. We got the same Qist. He just keeps hitting the chair. He can't stop hitting the chair. This is the second time he hit a chair. That's huge, by the way, that now we don't have to worry about healing the Perfumer. Big deal. I mean, we would want to heal them against any survivor. Or, sorry, against any hunter, but Perfumer especially, because Perfumer otherwise just has a useless ability. Do you mind not running on top of the... yeah, okay, she didn't. She went to basement. That's fine, I guess. We're not going to break the puppet yet because it's on cooldown, but I am going to have to break it soon. After this recovery ends, we're going to start breaking it. Because obviously we don't need to break it yet if he can't even use the puppet. We do have to be careful of the red puppet, though, so I'm watching the skies here for a red puppet. Why did he just leave his barmaid? I don't understand why he left his barmaid. Let's let our teammates know where the hunter is. Barmaid literally was in basement. I don't know why he left her. He's chasing the perfumer now. Palmer just drops down. Yeah. Zeus is gatekeeping all my viewers again. Dog, I gotta finish this semester and we're gonna steal all his viewers back. What does he even have all those viewers for? What did he do? I guess I haven't been doing anything either, though, to be fair. Ooh, we got a cipher at 80. Okay, she's dead. Rest in peace. Damn, she ended up getting found. Did she not have another drink? She used 2 drinks in the same kite, or what? Yo! Hey, yo! What's going on here? Why are the logs purple? Why is the whole map like changing colors as I change my camera? I do want to heal you. She's got healing on her build. Oh, okay. I guess it's not purple anymore. Okay. Oh, it's purple again! Hey, yo! Why is this map just broken? Dude, on top of people not liking this map, it just becomes purple randomly. Good job, devs. Good job. Yo, everything is purple. Cypher is not prime. Don't you guys love when your teammates lie? That's my favorite thing. Look at how she's lying. That Cypher is not prime. That Cypher is not even 90. This is like how you lead your teammates to your death, by the way. Saying Cypher's prime when it's not even 90%. Oh, it is 90. Okay, never mind. Alright. I take it back. He's waiting on abnormal. Okay. Okay. I take it back. I take it back. She's not lying. Nice puppet. Yeah, you can just cancel abilities in the melee. She saw that. Oh my gosh, she saw that and she thought he teleported away. Well, I don't have any better use for the ground flashlight. The ground flashlight's basically useless. Let's just make him take a wider route, I guess. That won't hit. That would hit, though. The problem is that Helmers has such a long charge attack. We could actually get hit by it. Okay, that's not gonna do anything against me. He just canceled. Okay, I think it didn't want to break the pallet when he wanted it to break the pallet. As long as we just stay away from the cipher machine here, we're going to be fine. Even if he double hits us here, which is not going to happen. Maybe it could happen, I don't know. I got to body block him. Yep, that's fine. Dungeon's not here, though, so I'm a little bit worried. Don't know where we're going to go after this. Okay, never mind. Okay, dungeon's at Lower Riverside. Where is that? Right there. Okay, cool. Flashlight being clutch as usual. Especially against Hellenber. Because again, Hellenber is very similar to Clerk. That being said, Clerk usually is going to run something like Nothing. And Hellenber is going to run something called Hunt. Which makes him so fast. It makes him an incredibly fast hunter. Especially because his abilities, when he uses his abilities, it doesn't count as getting rid of Hunt. Unless he uses the puppet. So he'll be extremely fast. You're very often going to be getting chased by both a Fire Spirit, maybe a puppet if you activated it earlier. And you're going to have a very fast Hellenber and another like hunter, in another way to put it, chasing you. Which is going to be very difficult to deal with. If you use any Pala, one of them is just going to break him. And he's still going to be extremely fast. But with Thief, you can ignore that, right? Because it relies on you using pallets and windows. If you don't use pallets and windows, the Fire Spirit or Puppet is never going to hit you. But then he hits you. But not with Thief. That being said, he does move very fast. You got to be very careful. And he also has a very long charge attack. It's not a very good charge attack in terms of hitbox, but it is a very long one. So it might give him the opportunity to look away for long enough and then hit you. So you do have to be careful of that. I mean, something you could do that I haven't really tried doing is when they turn around and hold their charge attack, that's a great time to like go left or go right. because they still can't see where you're going. They can't see where you're going while they're doing that. So if you can fool them and make them think that you're still going in a straight line, that's another thing you could do. It's a little bit riskier. Especially because sometimes when you do that, you might put yourself in an area that is no longer on a route for a good flashlight anymore. So like, what's the point of dodging the charge attack if by dodging it, you're going to get hit right immediately afterwards? Because you're going to put yourself in a spot where now your flashlight's unusable. Maybe there's lots of walls in the way or something like that. Or maybe there's a wall right next to you and you can't go left or you can't go right. Bro had a teammate ping Siren Machine Prime when it wasn't even decoded. That wasn't a one-time thing. That has been a thing that's happened to me almost once a month. If I play this game every day, except Wednesdays, I will have at least one game where someone is calling Cipher primed and it's not primed. At least once a month. It's been happening for years. At this point, it's like anytime someone is spamming that, I automatically assume that it's not primed. I'm at a point where it's happened at least multiple dozen times. I mean, after the first 10 times, it's already enough for me not to believe them. But after that, I almost always, unless I saw them ping the progress before they went down, I almost always assume they're lying. Because almost every single person is like saying Cypher Prime when it's actually 95. 95 is not enough. When people say Cypher Prime, it has to be like take less than 1 second to pop, preferably. 98 is cutting it close. But I'll let it slide. Right? Yeah, and it's it's Hell Ember again. We got the Q's 3 times in a row. Now we're getting the Hell Ember 3 times in a row. No one's playing I-95 anymore, huh? Everyone quit after they saw Omni 1. They're like, yeah, man. If Omni can win, I'm out. What's the highest badge you've ever had for Thief? First. No one plays Thief. I barely play Thief, and I've been 67th Thief or 63rd for literally months now. Literally, maybe even years. How long have I been playing Thief ever since his rework? At least once every once in a while. He's just a very fun survivor to play. For me, he's very different from all the other survivors. It's like a challenge as well. Really, anything that makes me want to think about I-95 in a challenging way that I haven't already done, that's the kind of survivor that I want to play again. Because I've played this game so long that at this point, what have I not done, right? Things get boring after a while if you've done everything routine. I've had a period like that in this game where I've just played Mercenary for years and years and years in a row because no one would play Rescuer, and it's like, man, you know what? If no one wants to play Rescuer, I don't care anymore. Because I've done everything you can possibly do as a Rescuer at this point. I don't need to be playing Rescuer more. So, like, you pick up other stuff. And I'm going to be honest, I'm never going to play Thief in tournament. I mean, I have played Thief before for a team. It wasn't a Koa team, but I have played in tournaments before. Did really good against Goman. We got like over a tie kite, almost a win kite against Goman. Was it even a win? I don't even remember anymore. Very good kite against Goman as Thief. It was like a crazy idea for my coach, but my coach was like, Hitsuki, you play Thief so good. I see the way you play Thief on your streams. I'm like, you gotta play Thief in tournament for us. And I have played Thief in tournament for them multiple times. I've done it against Goman. I've done it against an Ann on Church. Now, the Ann on Church, I don't even remember. I don't even remember that one. But you know who does remember? My current coach. My current coach, who for my Koa team right now, remembers. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, that was our hunter. You were against our hunter against us, and you beat our hunter up with Thief on Church, and there was nothing he could do. I'm like, man, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I feel like no one chases me as Thief first kite anymore, because I've just scarred too many hunters. I've scarred too many hunters over the years where they don't even want to chase Thief first anymore. And even if they don't chase Thief first, we've been screwing the Qist match, the Clowns match, the Hell Embers match, the Hell Ember that teleported with the puppet on his last game. After the abnormal, there was just nothing he could do. He didn't even get a hit off. Like, when they don't chase us, we've been screwing their game up and just making them fall so far behind. Now, it has to be the right area. It can't just be any area. That is the downside of Thief. It doesn't work in every area. Okay, he just dropped a puppet. This game is looking like a wrap, though. This cipher doesn't have any progress on it. I really don't care about breaking that puppet. That puppet's not going to do a whole lot. We need to make sure he can't use this puppet right here. 3, 2, 1. Well, we might be in trouble. I've just been running into walls. Even on the stream, I played yesterday some 1v1s, and I've just been running into walls over and over and over. Because usually the way I will play is I'm going to be looking back a lot, because I'm going to be monitoring what the hunter's doing at all times, right? Because I basically have the map memorized at this point. Why did he just activate that puppet? Did he just activate that? Or was that already activated? Okay, he's going to teleport. The little girl doesn't even realize. That is why you look back. That is exactly why you look back. Literally, as I'm talking about it, what better way to talk about why you look back? So stuff like that doesn't happen. You don't waste your ability for no reason. You just... I mean, to be fair, little girl is a bad survivor. To be fair, like, you need to drop your page early. Especially when he's that fast. I mean, that's just a downside of little girl. Dude, he's not even wearing the Mr. Puppet skin. And he still sounds like Mr. Puppet. Okay. She could have died right there. If he activated the red puppet, she would have died right there. Or I would have died right there, maybe. You gotta touch the puppet before you start the rescue. So that way, if he activates it, it won't move for 3 seconds. But if you don't touch it... If you don't touch it, then it's just gonna kill you. This is not good. These walls... Walls are the bane of thief, man. Walls are the bane of thief. The biggest counter is not even the hunter. The biggest counter are walls. At least he's staying back. He could be gaining ground on us. But yeah, like right there. There's a wall in our way. We can't even flashlight early to get rid of it. I mean, to be fair, he could blink and then start charging attacking. And that would be close enough, but then we would just flywheel it. So that wouldn't really work. He could try it, though. But, like, right there, he just had a better blink. Probably not going to escape now. This puppet's going to be off of cooldown. 20 seconds is the cooldown. Does he even make it? Whew. Where is he? Why do I hear a Hellenberg next to me? Well, at least he doesn't have blink anymore, but this is still pretty bad. Okay, that's not gonna hit. Yeah, just trying to use the maximum flashlight range here, so he can't get an easy hit on us. We are in no position to be doing cybers right now. I'm dead on chair. Little girl, I think, might be dead on chair. I don't even remember. We need to reset this game. Play slow. That's not a good ability. It could be a good ability, but not in the open. Flashlight's gonna be better for us. Guys, come on. Come on, bro. I mean... Now, yeah, little girl's getting found here. We stand no chance at this point. Maybe he gets scared and he goes back to the cipher machine, but I almost feel like he put puppets on the cipher. We probably just have to do another cipher machine at this point. Okay, he left her. Please don't get found, though. If we get found, this might be GG. Is there a puppet following us? Okay, no. I think we got 3 ciphered here, right? I'd love to finish that heal. Is the puppet following me? Okay, I don't think she wants to heal, which I don't know if that's a good idea. He's not picking up. I mean, the cipher's not shaking for now, so it's okay. But honestly, even then, he probably would still check the cipher anyway. Okay, well. Does he know? How would he know? Yeah, the flashlight is actually really good here, though, because obviously the flashlight goes over the benches. We can still stun him here, which is really nice. This game is such a silly game, dude. Like, what even is happening in this game? We have so much flashlight here. We really could just keep going forever. Alright, well. Well. We kind of need a helper, otherwise she is going to get put on chair here before the cooldown finishes. Or before she even gets the heal off. Well, little girl's dead. Puppet's going to come right about now. Or not Puppet, but the teleport's about to come right now. Alright, well. Can't help the Lanterness anymore. We just have to let her be on her own at this point. Honestly, we're still doing pretty good here, but I don't know about our teammates. Our teammates have infinite abilities, at least. My ability's basically infinite, honestly, if you think about it. Is there a Puppet here? There is 20%. 20% on our cipher machine. Okay. She's dead. Goodbye. Does she have her self-heal still? I don't even know. Not little girl, but this Lanternist. Don't know if she does. She's not moving. There's a Puppet on her. We need to get to an open area here. I mean, Church isn't just good because of those windows. Church is good because of this just huge open area here that makes any hunter have a difficult time. Okay. Save the flashlight. If he's just going to look away, no point using it anymore. Do we make this? No, we don't. And they just want to surrender at this point. I don't think either of them have self-heal. Can we hit a crazy blink? That doesn't hit. That's a stun. We wouldn't have another stun here because he does have like insane flashlight resistance. We've stunned him like 5 times this game. The more you stun the hunter, the more flashlight resistance they gain, and the longer it's going to take to actually stun them. It still stuns them for the same amount of time, but it just takes longer to stun them for 0.1 seconds. Each time you stun them, it takes 0.1 seconds longer for the next stun. So at the start, it's 2 seconds, and then after that, it's 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, and then it maxes out at 2.5, so we wouldn't even be able to stun him on the window. It would slow him down, though. Like, that kite could still go on for a long time. Just no point anymore. Yeah, we're just stuck with the same Hellenberg game after game. I love how we've been winning the match against the Qist, which is actually like an actual good hunter. And we just can't win a game against freaking Hellenberg. I mean, this guy just vaulted into the hunter, to be fair. Yeah, I didn't think you did. I didn't think you had a high win rate. I mean, we just haven't been able to do anything against the Hellenberg since then. I feel like I've been playing fine. 10-minute match, Jesus. I think I've been playing fine. It's just like people dying 50% to a Hellenberg. Like they die as if it's like a hula balloon. Those are like hula balloon kite times right there. But Thief has been doing really good. Unsurprisingly, Thief is doing really good. I wish I could say I'm surprised at this point, but no, not really. I play Thief so much. It's like, if anything, this is like expected. There's bound to be at least like one highlight Thief match, if not all the matches are like crazy Thief matches. At least one match, Thief is going to pop off, if not all of them. I mean, he's just such a fun character to play. If you know what you're doing. Otherwise, it's not fun. Otherwise, you're running into every single rock, every single wall. There are so many opportunities for us. So many. You have to memorize the map so well. Every little thing does matter. It's like, it's not even a Thief thing to memorize the map, honestly. You kind of have to memorize where every single tree is, every single rock is. Because otherwise, it's going to confuse you. There's going to be parts where, or parts of the kite where you're not necessarily at a pallet, but you can stall the hunter from getting closer to you by running around, let's say, a rock, like a big rock or something like that, and just rotate around it and just make the hunter spend longer to actually reach you. Or maybe you're against Wax Artist and you're passing by a wall that doesn't have any pouch windows by it, but it just helps you block the wax shots as you go behind it, reaching your next pout area. Stuff like that goes a long way. Even the random tree. The random tree. I use random trees against waxers all the time when I'm going from place to place. Super important. You use it all the time. Ever Sleeping. This is another very good thief map. We haven't seen Ever Sleeping yet one time. We've seen a good bit of church. We've seen a good bit of church. And that's... I never even got to finish my sentence at the start of the stream. That's what makes church so good. You don't even necessarily need the windows. You don't even need to rely on church. Church is a very weird map the way it's built. Church is one of those maps where... if you think about it, the way church is structured is it has one big building in the middle, a line of pout areas to the left, and a line of pout areas to the right. And obviously the right side of the map is way better with graveyard and backgate, and those are just way better kiting areas. And then you just got garbage on the left side. Not necessarily garbage, but a much worse area. But the point I'm trying to make is that you have a big pout area on the left, a big pout area on the right side of the map. They just go from corner to corner on both sides of the map. Then you got church, and there's just nothing. There's just nothing in between those areas. And Thief is the perfect survivor to take advantage of those areas. Normally you'd be in a big struggling position as any survivor going from one side of the map to the other. It's almost impossible. There's almost no way to do it unless you have like entomologist bees at church. Unless you have a priestess portal going through church. Church is going to be like the key way to connect the two sides of the map. But the only way to do it is with the graveyard church window, honestly. And that is still very far away. Like I said, you kind of need some other survivor ability to connect it together. Or you can use the shack window to church. Between the shack church window. That goes to shack. But again, it's very hard to reach backgate with shack. You usually just end up going back to church or, to the less good side of the pout area map. And Thief is like, just takes advantage of it so well. That huge area in front of church with just nothing but garbage. Like, reception is absolute garbage. It's not going to connect the area together. You're never going to be able to survive without a hit in an area like that. Unless you get a crazy pallet stun, or while you're passing by, you catch a pallet boost for a pallet that was like already pre-dropped. If it's not already dropped, you're probably not making it. So it's like, there's like a lot of things stopping you from going from one side of the map to the other. I think it's balanced like that on purpose. It gives a very unique feel to church where it's like, okay, you either work on this side of the map or the other, and you gotta choose carefully your position. Most survivors have to think about that ahead of time, like when the kite starts. If I want to kite to a good kiting area, which is like usually the other side of the map, how early do I have to run for my cipher? Usually pretty early, but Thief just completely throws that out the window. That's a great thing about Thief. Thief just completely throws it out. By the way, it would have been better if I did this cipher right here instead of the graveyard one, because graveyard is a lot harder for any hunter to pressure. That being said, QS can kind of go right through the window that protects graveyard cipher, but it's still harder to pressure usually. Yeah, another QS, by the way. It might be the same QS. It looks like the same skin. I'm not an expert on QS skins just by looking, but I think that might be the same skin. Like some hunters like Ripper and a lot of the OG hunters, you could tell just by looking most of the time. It's a lot harder if they're wearing a B or C tier, obviously, because it's like the same model. Okay, he does have full presence now. Dungeon is not a graveyard. Yeah, QS and Hellumber all day today. Oh, nice. He missed it. It wasn't close enough. The cipher wasn't close enough for him to block it. So that's really huge. Why did he even drop it? It would highlight the cipher. Maybe he just misclicked or something? I don't know. You shouldn't even drop it, though, if it's not outlined in white. Do we even have a last cipher machine? Good question. Don't know. I mean, like, this is a... He tried to block it off now. It still didn't work. I think this is a time where we rely on our Thief, because there's no way the Dancer is going to survive on the cipher machine. Oh, sorry, for a cipher at 0%. We got to help out in some way. Now, first things first, we're really praying for a no farm here. No farm. Oh, she's cheering the wrong person. I'm not going to be able to use my flashlight here. He's too close. Nope. Not a whole lot I can do about that. I'd really like to start another cipher machine here because he's going to leave. Or healing. Healing would also be fine. I wouldn't mind healing here either. Does she have a cipher machine here? Nope. Hunter's nearby. Well, that's a little bit scary. I mean, maybe we should have gone to heal her, but... Did he just swing right there thinking I'm in the corner? Okay, so now this area is a lot more unsafe because he did set up a connection here. Let's see. This is still not good. Ah, no. We're just going to open a chest now, and hopefully we get a syringe. If he goes after us, that's also fine. Because then they should be able to finish the cipher no problem here. So hopefully they can do that. We're going to be able to use this window again. Really nice. I mean, there's nothing he can do. Okay, he's going to put a suck ball there. I don't know if we can survive still. Yes, we do survive still. This is an extremely good kite right now. How many more of those suck balls you got? Okay, well, you're eating another stun then. And enjoy this ground flashlight, because I have no use for it. The ground flashlights are so useless. They just don't do anything. Like, you could replace them at a pallet. I guess we could do that. Okay, this is not a good spot to be in. These walls are really killing us right here. Oh, nice. He swung for no reason. Okay, I'm running out of flashlight here, though. Okay, we don't need to use flashlight anymore. We'll make this pallet. What is he going to do now? Okay, that's not good. Ah. It's okay. We should be able to outrun it! Are you kidding me? When are they going to nerf the speed of that? Dude, when are they going to nerf the speed of that? That should not be that fast. Like, why is that still twice as fast as 50% speed boost? When are they going to nerf that? That should be what they should be nerfing. I've been talking about that for forever. Okay, well, I should have just went to the side still. I should have went to the side. Or I could have went over here, but, like, that is so stupid. That is still so stupid. We're not going to make dungeon, most likely. I mean, maybe. Maybe. If he doesn't have balls, maybe we could. If he doesn't have balls. Because we've been preventing his abilities from recharging a lot. Like, when you block abilities as Thief, you don't just prevent them from using abilities, you prevent them from gaining it back. So any cooldowns they have that are going on, and Qist always has a cooldown going on. Qist always has, like, a cooldown in the background for his balls coming back. You're always stopping that as Thief. So he's just eventually going to get to a point where he's just not getting any more balls. Like, the balls he has is all the balls he's ever going to get when it comes to Thief. And eventually he might get one or two in there, but he's never going to get a lot. But, like, that's the one way maybe we would get dungeon. Because dungeon's at middle. That would be a very far kite. Whatever, dude. They should really nerf that. I hate that, dude. That's way too fast. They gotta nerf that at some point. Like, you want to know the #1 reason why Qist is such a good hunter? Because of his 1,000 presence. That's literally it. If it weren't for his 1,000 presence, Qist would be as bad as Wucheng, honestly. Because he would have the mobility of Wucheng, but none of the chase potential of Wucheng. And honestly, Wucheng doesn't even have that great chase potential in the first place. Like, Qist has great pallet breaking speed, but so does Wucheng. And Wucheng is not a top hunter. And I think Qist has worse vault speed than Wucheng, and only when he has the speed boost does he actually vault them faster than Wucheng. Like, even then, it's still really slow. Honestly, I think it still might be slower than Wucheng. My point is, Qist is, like, carried by this ability. He is completely carried by this. This is such a stupid ability. I'm honestly surprised we even survived one of those balls. I don't know. Maybe make it so flywheel triggers it, but doesn't suck you. I don't know. I would just make it move slower. Because, like, what's the point of a survivor moving out of the way and going to a different kiting area and planning around the ball if he just uses another connection point and it just moves so fast there's no way to dodge it? Or if you do try to dodge it, there's no way you're going to make it to the next powder window because it just moves so fast. You have to move out of the way entirely the moment it's dropped, and it's just like it's not enough to just walk away like a feaster tentacle. Anyway, I don't even know why I'm complaining. We've been winning 3 games in a row against QS, and honestly, that was still a very good QS game. It's just, man, I hate that. Like, I can't tell you how many times a kite just dies just because he places a button followed by another button. And if you even know so much as a play around, all you do is waste a second connection point, which is not even that valuable. He has a lot of them. It's only good, I guess, if you guys have been playing slow, and you guys have been playing so slow you're constantly forcing him to drain connection points on ciphers. But I mean, usually QS are very efficient with their connections. Usually they manage to block off like 2 ciphers with just 3 or 4 connections. So he usually ends up with quite a bit as long as they play efficient. Like, it really doesn't matter if I'm being honest. I hate it. I hate it. We meet the barmaid. Is it the same barmaid? Or is it a different barmaid? Well, I hate sculpture. I hate sculpture with a passion, dude. QS is banned. Watch it be hell Umber. When you only play QS and they ban QS, you go Hellumber. Honestly, that Hellumbers have been having way easier wins than that QS has. Literally every single first chase that our QS had at the start of the match, or sorry, at the start of the stream, has just gone so bad. Something just keeps going wrong every single time. And then this Hellumber has just been getting chases, killing people at like 50% of a cipher. Like, come on. It's been years since you've seen a sculpture. The last time I saw a sculpture was on stream and we died instantly. That was not a good look. That was not a good look, dog. Does he have teleport? Oh god, does the sculptor have teleport? Why is he leaving? Warp maybe, but teleport I think is more likely on Moonlit. Where am I gonna go? I guess we're gonna go this way if we get teleported on. Because we can't really go to that cipher machine. I mean, we could, but we risk dying. With sculpture, you risk dying so fast. Anything can really happen. But he's still chasing the first officer. You're betting on BS statues this match? BS statues happen every match, honestly. They happen every match. Maybe not to me, but someone at some point gets a BS statue. I think the worst part about Sculptor is that you can't walk through the statue to go to a pallet, so she just blocks the pallets. That's gotta be the most frustrating thing about Sculptor. I hate it. It's so bad. I'm back. It's dead here. Well, Zeus is stealing my viewers. Dog, I gotta get back on the YouTube grind. I have a new arc plan for YouTube, but first we gotta finish the semester. Everyone place your bets, let's gamble. Honestly, we could still win this match. First officer has another watch. I wish he used it sooner, because it would be so much better if we could already finish 3 ciphers. Listen though, I don't know why that guy's cipher was so far behind. Who is that, by the way? Why is their cipher so behind? Why is Lawyer's cipher so behind? I don't understand why Lawyer's cipher was so far behind. He literally has the map. He can see what is the closest ciphers to him. And if it's blocked, then it just won't highlight. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Why is his cipher... Why was his cipher so far behind? How am I 50% on my cipher already? I mean, I guess to be fair, he spent walking... I spent the same amount of time walking, though, honestly. Maybe I spent even longer. I mean, to be fair, I did start on a cipher machine. He did not, I don't think. I think he started here. I guess that makes sense. I guess that lines up. Alright, whatever. If Barmy could drink another drink here, I would love that. We kind of need her to do a second rescue right now. Okay, or just start a brand new cipher that we have no need for, sure. Okay. Thankfully, it's first officer on chair, so he should still be able to make it before he dies. Okay, now she drinks a drink? Okay, I guess better late than never, right? Are we even going to need to come help him? Not even. Okay, we might. Okay, thankfully she wasn't in range of a basic. It would be really nice to open the chest here, but I don't know when they're about to die. Sculptor, anything can happen, so I'm just going to get ready at the gate. I mean, generally with Sculptor on a map like Moonlit, once she teleports, she's usually cooked. As long as we don't have a million people next to us on top of the gate. As long as, if a teleport happens, we should be fine here. I mean, again, maybe we'll get BS statued. Who knows? I do want to block the statues here. I'm just going to fly. I'm not going to take any chances. And I think that would have counted, too. Pretty sure that would have counted. That's a guaranteed stun. Never drop down against the thief. Don't do that. Yeah, that doesn't count as a wall, buddy. That doesn't count. She's going to get us with a statue. Watch. Nope, that's not in range. Okay, I'm going to start using pallets and windows here because... Never mind. Not pallets, because pallets you can block, but windows... I don't care about the statue hits at this point. At that point, I don't even care about the statue hits. Once we get out of that garbage area, and I don't want to rely on those pallets. I don't want to get stuck on that pallet. Just call the game there. I don't care. I think the fly... I'm pretty sure the fly was necessary. I think we would have died without it. Almost for sure. That was a good game. I didn't do anything, but that was a good game. Who deleted your message? No one. It would show here if it was deleted. I'd be like, ooh, someone deleted Tato's message. Let's see what it says. But no. She saw your thief and surrendered. I mean, honestly, dude. It's a YOLO play. There was nothing she could do. She has to pray someone goes down instantly. And even then, how is she going to walk across the map? That's the biggest problem with Sculptor on a map like Moonlit. Is that your endgame really sucks even with Trump card. There's just, after you kill your target, there's nothing you can do, honestly. Unless there's tons of people nearby. You're just at regular hunter walking speed. What is her movement speed anyway? It's not fast. It's just average. It's just average walking speed. Your work's Wi-Fi has been so slow and laggy. Maybe it just didn't send. So we got a new thing for lanterns. Oh yeah, the skin. Tato! You gotta log into IDV. You gotta claim your pet. Where is he? You gotta claim this guy. This guy is so cute. You gotta get him. And there's like a rug too. You can get a Lipu rug as well. I don't know what this thing is. Alright, it's a bunny. That's all I know. Do I want to rank? Sure, we can rank. But I think you're too high rank. Or, imagine you being too high rank. No, you're too low rank. Last match. You're still too high for Stinky though, right? Or is Stinky high enough rank? Stinky's Mammoth. Griffin, yeah, you're too high rank. Yeah. You're just better than Stinky. Which is me, by the way. You're just better than me in that case. Get flashed. Dude, Alpha Creature is enjoying himself right now. He's looking at the stream. He's like licking his lips like... Like, look at these Thief games. Has there been a single flop Thief today? Thief scares me, because Thief is like that kind of character where it's like, you flop so bad and it's over. I don't think we've had a single flop yet today. Every single game has been fine. We're lucky we didn't get chased this game. This game could have been a flop. Yeah, low tiers. I'm sorry. I don't know how to play at any 5. I'm trying out here. I'm always losing in my matches, though. Yeah, Thief gameplay is so peak. Thief gameplay is refreshing. He's literally the least used Survivor 95. Who uses Thief? Who uses Thief? Who here? Raise your hand if you use Thief. Not Alpha Creature. You're not included. Who here uses Thief? No one. Okay. Literally Alpha Creature's talking in the chat as I'm talking about that. No one plays Thief. So, seeing Thief use and also seeing Thief actually kick butt is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And it combines really nice with Flywheel. It's such a good trait. Such a good trait to combine with Thief. Now, I'm going to be honest. When I run Flywheel on Thief, I'm not really running Flywheel on Thief necessarily because of the fact that you run it to be, you know, you're going to be in the open, so it's going to be better than broken windows, right? Yes, kind of. But the bigger reason why I run flywheel on Thieves, did you know broken windows are actually worse on Thief? Like, it is actually game losing to run broken windows on Thief. Usually, I always say it's like a preference thing. Like, or if it's not a preference thing, it's based on the hunter. With Thief, unless it's like 1 or 2 hunters in this game, it is almost always game losing for you to run broken windows on Thief. Like, it actively makes your kite worse by broken windows. And that sounds so stupid. Like, seriously, free distance actually makes your kite less as Thief. And yes, it does. And the reason it does is because when you get a broken window speed boost, you are very far from the hunter, obviously. But most hunters in this game can hit you with their abilities still without you being able to hit them with the flashlight. That's why broken windows is so bad. Because then what that means is you basically have no ability then. You have no ability then. If you're not in range of hitting the hunter with your flashlight, you have no ability. That's okay sometimes. That's okay if it's something like Hell Ember, right? Or a Clerk, where they have nothing to hit you with from far. But if it's like Violinist or Sculptor, which we just saw, you need to stay close. Even when I got the flashlight set on the Sculptor, the problem with running away from the Sculptor is, yes, I get a lot of distance, but I risk any statue screwing me up now. If I'm not constantly preventing statues, I'm giving her a chance to come back in the chase. So yeah, one flashlight stun's great, but we could still get pushed around. If I try to use the flashlight later and we allow her to get her abilities back and then I try to use the flashlight, we could get hit by a full presence statue, which then cancels the animation of the flashlight, which then allows us to get hit, and then we would die. So there are just some hunters where you need to stand close. And that's why broken windows is game losing. Because you do that, you vault anything. You use any pallet, any window, and you have to use pallets or windows at some point. Right? You could use your flashlight forever, but if you want to play this game as efficiently as possible, there's a time to use your flashlight and there's a time to use your pallet. Fool's Gold is, by the way, one of the best hunters to go against as Thief. Unfortunately, we're on one of the worst maps as Thief. There is so much trees here, so much stuff that he can walk behind and prevent us from getting a good flashlight on him. This is honestly not necessarily a guaranteed kite here. If he chases us, because he could just go behind, charge attack, use impulsive if he's running that, and it could really hurt us. But otherwise, Fool's Gold, same story. He needs you to touch windows, he needs you to touch pallets. If you're not touching walls, that pickaxe doesn't do anything. He can use mobility, yes, for the pickaxe, but the pickaxe animation is just long enough where he could just run away in the opposite direction. Almost any direction works. Even running past him as he's dashing towards you works. Left or right usually works as well. The animation is just long enough to the point where you can still abuse your flashlight, even when he catches up like that. Because that's the problem with Fool's Gold, is that you can see where the pickaxe is flying, and then just immediately change your direction before he even has a chance to start going towards you and fly towards the pickaxe. By the time he's able to do that, you're already going in a different direction away from the pickaxe. And that's why Fool's Gold is such a hard character to play against Thief. But like I said, there's a lot of trees here. There's a lot of walls here. There's a lot of garbage rocks on the ground. Especially if he has full presence. He could easily, like, if we just walk even a little bit too close to a rock or a tree, he could cancel our flashlight, hit the tree, do something like that. Okay, so a little thing about Fool's Gold here, and why am I not scared of this rock, by the way? Why am I just fearlessly decoding here, not worried about whether I'm going to get hit here or not? I'll tell you why. Did you know that something about Fool's Gold is that the rock is actually connected to his pickaxe based off distance? The farther the pickaxe is from the rock, the longer it will take for the rock to explode. So if he puts a rock across the map, and then he throws a pickaxe, a lot of people will get scared, and they'll get off the rock, because they'll think the pickaxe is going to, like, come out of the tree or whatever he's holding onto, and then the rock's going to explode and damage you, right? And yes, that would be true if the rock and pickaxe were close to each other. But because the rock's across the map and his pickaxe is like all the way on this side of the map, the rock at minimum would take maybe like a second to explode. Usually like 2 seconds at a distance like that. And so we have plenty of time to see the rock shaking, but it doesn't do any damage. And then when we see that, that's an indicator to get off. And so we don't waste any time on the, or like not on the cipher machine. Again, you have to be careful. The closer the pickaxe is to the rock, the faster the rock will trigger. And there are some sneaky things Fool's Gold can do. Fool's Gold can like trick you and throw the pickaxe very close to the rock. Even though he's like very far from you and make it seem that the rock's going to take a while to explode. But I tend to not have Fool's Gold know about that. A lot of Fool's Golds, they don't know about that. Dude, we are just going to get so screwed over here by Leo's memory. You see that? You see how, like, Leo's memory is, like, screwing us with all these obstacles in the way? Factory is actually not helping us right now. But, like, there you go. I mean, there's very little Fool's Gold can do right now. He might even just switch targets here. Yep, and that's the smartest thing he could have done, honestly. That's the smartest thing he could have done. Unfortunately for him, all these survivors are very hard chase targets. I feel like Thief is the most unassuming one because a lot of Thieves are not good at Thief because who the hell plays Thief? So it was his best shot, but Thief is one of the hardest counters to Fool's Gold if you know what you're doing. Even on this map, it's not easy and still able to pull it off. You gotta be careful here because Gravekeeper could still die here decently quick. He only has one shovel. Should probably ping where I'm going. That would be a smart way to help our teammates out. Dungeon is not here. So yeah, as I was saying, some Fool's Golds can be sneaky and they can like put the rock from far away and you'll think it won't explode. But then they might throw the pickaxe in your direction and it could be really close to the rock and then you got a problem. Then it could blow up very quickly. But like again, he's putting the pickaxe very far from us. He's going to pull the pickaxe. It's going to take 1.5 seconds to blow up. It's never going to damage anyone as long as they have fast recovery. Or not fast recovery. Fast... What is the word? Reflex. They have fast reflexes. And they don't have bad ping. Those two things means that they should be able to get off in time. Is Dungeon here? Dungeon is not at Christmas Tree. So it's on the other side of the map somewhere. Antiquarian's taking longer to do the gate here. Okay. She's just gonna take it. Honestly, maybe I should have... honestly, I think I kind of messed up there. Because if he had teleport, then what the Antiquarian would do is the Antiquarian would just hit him with the stick like 2 or 3 times, and then he can't swing for like 12 seconds, and then she would just do the gate in his face and we would all run out. But she can't do that if I'm right next to her because it's going to nerf her stick. So maybe I should have been far away from her so that if a teleport happens, she can do that, and then she could just leave and we could both leave. Instead of me doing the gate, and even if we get it done quicker, it might still not be done in time. But that's if he has Trump Card, which maybe our teammates already knew that he didn't have Trump Card. If he's running like faster pallet breaking or something, or insolence, which I wasn't paying attention for. Obviously, he's going to run the detention, right? I don't know about the rest, though. So, better safe than sorry. Probably should have let her do the gate from far. Just because then she could use her stick, and then the stick would guarantee us getting out. So that was a tie. We got how many wins? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins. Okay. Not a bad day. And we got 4 ties. Is that you? Crying face, crying face, crying face. Can it be a draw? Okay, now with that build, it's not going to be a draw. I mean, that build is good for drawing. But usually my teammates don't even know how to kite to begin with, so that's not going to save it. We're probably not going to win this. Like, this guy's running it. Sui mech. This is not a winning game. This is not a winning build, I should say. This is like a build you use, hoping that mech gets chased first. Right? You actually... It's so counterintuitive. The way Sui works. The way Sui works is so counterintuitive. Because the way it works is that you don't want to be the second chase target. Because that's when the ciphers are going to be primed. Oh my god, I should have... Well, we didn't know it was Percy, to be fair. Well, this is the one... This might be the one match we're probably not going to do a good kite to. We're also in literally the worst kiting area you could be... Man, this is not good. We have no windows, nothing to use. I'm almost Thinking about sacrificing a here to go to Shack, but... Please just spawn me close to Shack. Okay. This is not good still. I don't even think we make it still. 2, 3. Yeah, we still don't make it. Oh my god. Weber's Law, thank you! Thank you, Weber's Law! Oh, okay, well, we might be in trouble. Honestly, do I even... Well, let's just drop it anyway, but... Oh, still might be in trouble. No. Oh! Oh! He doesn't have his dash up. Uh-oh. Now he might. Okay, well that's unfortunate. 0%! 0% on your cipher! You're telling me you have 0% on your cipher? My mech with Sui has 0% on her cipher. Okay, at least this other guy knows how to decode. What is he doing now? Why isn't he using his dash? Lucky guy just takes a free hit for no reason. For no reason, he just gives a perfume hit. Why are we wasting our abilities like that? Was that really necessary? Alright, anyway, hopefully we can get a heal off. No, it's Mac, the last person I want to see. I mean, we could have pallet stunned, but I guess we'll just let her walk through. Why not? I can't leave, though. The hit was completely worthless. Because I still can't leave. Oh my god, thank you. No, it's not a stun. How do I have no flashlight this game? What happened? Oh, come on. That is not a hit. Okay. I'll definitely take any item from this chest here. I would gladly appreciate that. Jesus, man. Okay, fair enough. A mech has no heartbeat on the bot, but... That hit was so bad for the mech. We could have pallet stunned right there. We didn't need her to take a hit. He just walked right through. He didn't even have 50 energy. You know what? I guess she did it because she didn't know if he would have 50 energy. I also didn't know if he would have 50 energy. Like, easy to say now, right? Because now I know. As he's walking through it, but in the moment, we didn't know. I'm sorry, dude. I'm gonna have to take your chest. I didn't pick it up. Oh my god. Oh, my bad. My bad. I guess it's not the end of the world still. It's kind of bad, though. Oh! He got me. He got me. He got me. I'm not gonna lie. He got me, but we got him! The kite is never over! No, don't break that one too! Is he doing the same thing? He is. But it's very hard to deal with that. We should have waited around the corner, I guess. Guys, come on. We can get the last cipher done, right? Like, surely we can get the last cipher done. I've done an amazing kite this game. Less amazing kite second time. To be fair, I have no abilities left. Except my flywheel and a really bad window vault that I did. This is kind of bad. I swear, bro. I swear, bro, if we still don't manage to get everyone out this game... This window is really scary because he can still vault over this wall right here. No, he's just going to try to farm me here. Why are we wasting our flywheel? That was completely unnecessary. Oh, we're so dead. Okay, we're fine. Honestly, just pop right away. So I can get the speed boost. But they're popping too late. I don't have the speed boost to escape. Oh, she's dead. Man, honestly, I wish they would listen to focus on the coding instead of waiting for a hit. Because if I get hit, it's over for me. It doesn't matter if you pop. Barmaid, if she dies, we don't care. Barmaid can pick herself up. Okay, but she's crawling here, which is not going to matter. She should have been picking herself up. But I guess you would just camp then. Like, he's going to camp here no matter what, right? It doesn't really matter. He's going to camp no matter what. But like that, in that kind of situation, man, but it's so tough because we're not on voice communication. We can't really tell them like, oh, next time he's like missing swings. Like, they don't know the context that he keeps missing swings. And the missed swings is what's going to allow us to escape if we time the pop right. But like, they're just waiting for a hit. The hit is not what you should be waiting for there, because if you should just pop. Because if Thief dies, Barmaid also dies. It doesn't matter if the Barmaid dies after you pop, because the Barmaid would also die no matter what. We need the Thief to survive. That's our only shot. And chances are, when the pop happens randomly, and we throw him off with a random pop, he's not going to be ready for it. He's going to randomly want to go after Thief. The first thing he's going to be thinking about is the Thief, chances are. So, I mean, that was just bad game sense from our teammates again. But to be fair, there's no way for us to tell them quickly. I mean, I said focus on the coding, and then they pop 2 seconds later. Either they're really bad at priming, or they were waiting for a hit, which is now what you need to be doing against Percy. You need to pop early. You need to pop early because there's no way you can survive at that point. Once you go past the line against Percy, if you die and then they pop, even while you're in the dying animation, you still die. You can't be saved anymore. It's like being put on chair. Alright, right? Like when you're put on chair and you're already after half, even if, I don't know, I guess it doesn't really make sense because there's nothing to save you at that point, even. But it's the same thing. You die immediately. Nothing will save you at that point. Dude, why is there so much of this? We definitely could have won that last game, but it really depended on a lot. It was unlikely for them to do the right thing, honestly. Yeah, too bad. That was such a good kite. And I'm going down for the second time. Like, we have a cipher at like freaking 10% when I'm going down the second time. It was still a really good kite, but it's just such a shame. Like, we're doing kites this long, and we're struggling to get our ciphers done still with a mech on the team. Like, it's so obvious who he's going to chase. Why is my mech taking 5 years to start a cipher machine? Well, is she rotating? Is she running into people's ciphers? Is she running to a locked cipher? 9 times out of 10, it's the Sui mechs are also the worst mechs in this game. The least deserving mech players. I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? If they're running Sui on mech. Like I said, it's the counterintuitive thing about running Sui on your survivors. It's a very counterintuitive thing. You run Sui so that you can be first chase. It's not what you would think. You'd be like, oh, you're not running borrowed time, so we don't want you to get chased, right? No, because if you end up being the second chase target, right, after the hunter kills his first target and then he starts chasing someone else, and we don't have the ciphers primed yet, the next time you go down and we have the ciphers primed and we pop, nothing is going to happen. We need someone else to body block for you then. It puts us in a much, much worse position. Us having to find ways to make up for the fact that our person who's kiting when the ciphers primed is not someone with borrowed time. You want your kiter who's kiting when ciphers are primed to have borrowed time. So essentially you want the people with Sui to kite first so that they die. Or if they do a good kite, then it won't matter because they don't have borrowed time. But anyway, that way, when they die, they did as long of a kite as possible because they knew they weren't going to survive anyway. And you guys benefit off of that. Like, in a setting that we're going against S-tier hunters like Go-Man every game, that wouldn't be a bad move to do. Because what are the chances Mech is going to do a 3-cipher kite against Go-Man? Probably not that likely. So they may as well run Sui, right? So that when they die before the ciphers pop, they get more kite time, right? That's the most important thing. But if you're running Sui and you avoid getting chased, On a map like Hospital 2, why are we running Sui on a map like Hospital? You're not going to get chased at the start of the game. So it's even worse to run Sui. It would make more sense to honestly run Tide Sui at that point. Tide Flywheel or something like that. Because you're not going to get chased, but also if you do get chased, then you have something, right? This dancer's not dumb. Yo, thank you so much for whoever just donated. Oh, Skeletor is back. Yo, Skeletor, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Skeletor. Yes, and we get a box. Cool. Thank you so much, Skeletor. What did you say? Will we get it? I think we already did a Matador stream. You want another Matador stream? Sure, we can do another Matador stream. I haven't played him in a long time. I haven't played any 5 in general that much. Without a real duo, I've been struggling to even... play, like, I don't really want to play the game, right? If I'm gonna be soloing. I just don't find it that interesting. A big part of the game, okay, I'm not even gonna say a small part. A big part of the game is playing with someone I know. Because I like that feeling of playing with someone and, like, there's a level of, like... There's, like, this level of camaraderie, basically, or, like, your friendship, or whatever you want to call it. Depends on how close you're with a person, but... That's a very important thing to me when I play this game with people. Nice chair block. It gives us a chance to pressure the Matador while he can't rescue. This is basically like... This feels like 2v8 right now, where, like, you start pressuring someone when they can't do anything. Thank you for giving me a chance. Oh, no, it doesn't get rid of the fog. I didn't know that. Oh, that's a really interesting interaction. I didn't know about that. Oh, God. So chip hits don't count. I guess that makes sense. By the way, fog doing nothing in 4K. He should have honestly dropped that more like on the, what's it called? Oh, I messed up. Nah, that sucks. I didn't think he'd be inside the cage. Dude, he vaults so fast. He's running broken Windows flywheel. I'm chasing an escapologist with broken Windows flywheel, dog. Ugh! Oh, that was the fog hit. I was like, the screen shook there. I'm like, why is he not dead still? Did he drop this? I can't even tell if he dropped the pallet. You want to drop the fog, not on top of the pallet, but so that the edge is touching the pallet. The edge of the fog is touching the pallet. That's what you want to touch. So that way it's not clear if they went inside the pallet or around the pallet. But like in an area like this, it's almost impossible because you can't go left, you can't go around the pallet, you can only go through the pallet, which makes this area a lot worse for escapologists. I mean, bro, I don't think I need to explain why escapologist is a bad survivor. I think everyone knows why. No, I did it too fast. I did it so fast. Okay, at least she used her perfume. I did it so fast that the cage didn't even have time to like exist before I did the chip attack. So it didn't even give me the full attack, but it also didn't get rid of the cage. Just to force this rescue a little bit sooner. I don't think that's a bad use of the trump card right there. Ooh, he's fast on chair. Killing the perfumer is fine here. We have plenty of cages ahead on ciphers here. Did I just mess up? I did. And also peepers will help us out here to slow down the perfumer's healing before she even gets up in time. I'm willing to bet that cipher's not done. That cipher's not enough. Ugh! I messed up. It's only 50. That's not even close. I mean, I guess we could have picked up the perfumer there, but it gives a chance at a one-person escape. Dude, messing up that cage lets her run across the map, dude. Or him. It's also Matador. This is a really bad survivor to be chasing as Goman. We might want to consider switching targets here. Let's see, where is he, by the way? He's like somewhere here, but I'm not even that interested in chasing him, honestly. He just was too far away. I just messed up too badly. Alright, he didn't even use his ability. Has everyone meowed today? Welcome, Explorer Kurt, to the stream. Explorer is the kindest survivor. I don't know about that, is he? Have you seen his trailer, by the way? They dropped an Explorer, like an Explorer lore trailer. And they never do that for the old characters. That was so cool. I loved watching that one. That was a really good trailer. If you guys haven't seen the Explorer trailer, go watch it. The Explorer lore trailer. Super good. They did such a good job on it. Like, I didn't even know. I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but I mean, it's literally a 1-minute trailer. Anyone can find out in 1 minute. It's not an adventure, but... do I even say it? I don't want to spoil it, but like, it's crazy. It's crazy what happened in that trailer. Like, it turns out the whole time Explorer was blank. You'll never find out. What happened? You'll have to find out. Did you see photos? No, I didn't see the photos. It randomly got recommended to me on YouTube. That's how I found it. What is this? Okay, it's that thing. Doctor? Okay. Don't edge me, ayo. You're gonna have to find out. Can you play Arcade 2v8? No, I'm never playing 2v8 Hunter ever again. After the last time I streamed 2v8 Hunter, it was literally cinema. It was cinema for all the wrong reasons. It was cinema for everyone except me. I felt like Ellie playing a low tier rank session. Like, Ellie's out here getting mad at his randoms for not knowing how to play the game, and he's literally a mammoth. He's literally a mammoth getting mad at people not knowing how to play the game. And to be fair, I felt just like Ellie when I'm playing 2v8, and I'm like, why is 2v8 so unbalanced? It's not even a competitive game. But I hate it. I hate it. I hate 2v8. I hate it so much with a burning passion. It is so bad. The boogie bag, I don't even think it's called that, but the boogie bag actually made me quit 2v8. I'm never playing 2v8 ever again because of the boogie bag. I'm not even focusing on where I'm going right now. Where am I going right now? Where are the survivors? Oh my god, it's Doctor. Oh my gosh, she is running out in the open. Oh, if she takes this horse... No, she's not taking the horse. Is there a window here? I can't remember. There is not a window here. I thought there was a window here. Is the window somewhere else? I thought there was a window attached to this wall. Literally low tier moment. Enchantress across the map thinks she has any shot at making it. They just waste their time anyway. Like, like, what are they thinking? Oh, I'm definitely gonna make it. Literally across the map. Literally can see her in plain sight. She's not making that. And she's still going for it anyway. Like, dog, you can't be serious. You can't be serious. Watch her use her stacks as the doctor's AFK anyway. In case she didn't. Bro, people be coming to the balloon save without even thinking, am I even gonna make this balloon save? Nah, that's a problem future me will find out. Like, they don't even think about it. Is she about to take this? Yo, does wheel counter horse? Is there any hunter that can counter the horse? Please. Okay, well, I guess we won't find out because I'm slower than the horse! Why am I slower than the horse? Well, we're not gonna get her off anymore, but you are dead. No, she might flywheel now. Are you gonna flywheel? Okay. By the way, you can't terror shock off that horse. Foggy Blades don't even hit you off the horse. Nothing hits you off the horse. Does the spike snap even get you off the horse? I don't even know. At this point, I don't even know. I'm tempted to say they don't. The only thing in this game that I've seen counter the horse was Go Man Cage. And honestly, I was shocked. I was actually shocked when it did. Okay, we want to do that, by the way. We want to try to stun her before she drops her little bro. Although she could have honestly dropped it sooner. I just don't know why. Why she didn't. But, I mean, if we can prevent it, may as well, right? Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh my gosh, she's gonna do it again. Oh, she's not? Or can you only... Come on, you can take the horse multiple times. It's only a 30-second cooldown. Why are we using our flywheel like that? Okay, well, we're gonna find out. I'm finding out. Oh no, but we might get run over by the horse. No, it doesn't. It literally doesn't do anything. There's literally no way to get you off the horse. The only thing that maybe does is the 1000 presents. That's like the only thing that maybe does. But I doubt it. I honestly doubt it. I don't think it does. Like, why? Why are you not able to terror shock off the horse? Dog, I know you're here. Bruh. Alright, let's just put her on chair. Break the pouch for BM. Yes, please. Any more pallets? Oh, yes. I don't know. I just find it so satisfying seeing hearing the crunch of the pallet and how it like falls into pieces is so satisfying to me. Something that, by the way, I hate about Dead by Daylight. This is such a small thing that only I feel I would care about. But the pallet unsatisfyingly doesn't crunch into pieces. Why am I lagging? And if that wasn't bad enough, every hunter just lightly taps their foot against the pallet and it just breaks. Like, come on. Like, come on now. Don't worry about the peeper, by the way. The peeper is just the little bro. That's why it's triggered. He might be behind. Yep. I know where dungeon is. Oh, and he's dead in one chip it too. Nice. Dude, this is such a good kiting area here. Well, actually this pallet's kind of bad, but these pallets combined together, individually they might not be great, but combined together, dude. Yeah, Joseph's pallet breaking is so satisfying. I hate Dead by Daylight about that. Like, that's something they do so poorly. What is a boogie bag? Basically, the boogie bag lets you buy anything you want one time from the telephone, anywhere you are on the map. And it's so unfair because Hunter stuff is so much more expensive than Survivor stuff. I mean, yes, Survivors can buy potions, but items are way better than potions. Because you get 3 elbow pads, a full football. They can do it while on chair. And footballs are way cheaper than a potion. And no potion is going to save you from the football as a Hunter. So why are the potions so expensive? There's nothing you can do about way cheaper items on the Survivor side. It makes no sense. Why are cheaper items able to counter the Hunter's more expensive potions? It makes no sense. I can't, and besides that, I can't tell you how many times you finish chasing someone. This is the only Survivor that this is now like a problem with is Wax Artist. Because Wax Artist gets so much points for putting wax on people and freezing them. Like, you get like 1,000 just for doing that. Not even including hitting them. Not even including the pursuit points after chairing them. Not even including the chair points that you get when you chair them. You get an insane amount of points. So Waxer is like the one guy that it doesn't count for. But Ares Hunter, you'll get like 2 chairs in and you'll be exactly like 100 points away from your potion. And if you're like, oh, but what if you find a way to actually do get 4,000? Doesn't matter, because there's a 10% tax on the boogie bag. Why? I don't know why. It just costs 400 extra to use the boogie bag. So it's not even worth it as a Hunter. As a Survivor, it's not as big of a deal because your items are cheaper. So it's like a double nerf to Hunter. Not only are your items just... The only things you can get as Hunter are just more expensive than the better things you can get as Survivor. But for no reason, Hunters have to pay extra for their stuff that's not even that great. Why? Why is it like that? I don't understand. Please play Fool's Gold, the best Hunter. God. We're going to get like Fool's Gold guy. We're going to get Alpha Creature. We have Explorer Curd. Dude, what else is next? We're going to have like a little girl fan in here. Like, dude, come on. It's so unfair. That's why I'm done playing 2v8. I hate it. I hate it. I'm not playing 2v8 anymore until they fix that. Make it only so survivors can have... oh, no, definitely not only survivors can have it. Make it so only hunters can have it. Or, I don't freaking know, man. Something. Literally something. Okay. Alright. And I think basement's here, too. Why did he drop both pallets? I don't understand. Listen. Until they change it about 2v8, I'm actually done playing 2v8. Like, as Hunter, at least. Yo! How come I can't graffiti his face? There we go! He's having a good time now. Look at how happy he is. Okay, so that... Okay, little thing about that. That actually doesn't work on normal rocket chairs. It just goes through. You see? Look at that. It's still kind of funny. But it just goes right through. That only works on edited rocket chairs. Wait. Are there 2 people rescuing? I hit someone, I looked away, and I see there's a full health coordinator in front of me. Okay, 2 people went to rescue. Alright. Do you have flywheel? No. Well, either he did or he didn't think about it. And one more happy face. Oh no, but he's not dead on chair yet. Here's another one. Why is it going through? Here. There you go. So yeah, you can't do that on normal rocket chairs because it goes right through. But any hunter that has like a modified rocket chair like that can do it. And there's only like 2 in the game, I think, right? It's Clown with this accessory that only came out in the 1st anniversary and never came back. Or it's the Joseph accessory that was like in that $300 package. Does anyone remember that? Ooh, not a great flywheel. That's the only other chair. Oh no, there's a 3rd one. There's the Bonbon. There's Penguin. Penguin has that one from the Danganronpa crossover. So, oh no, I forgot. No, I don't care that they're healing. I gotta give him a happy face. Street Sweeper? I love how they're healing, even though they literally see Street Sweeper in the top left as a debuff. Oh my god. I got you baited. Wait, she's trying to take a 2nd one? Sir. Also, where did his red bomb go? Oh my god, what happened to your red bomb, sir? Is he? Why? He's walking through me. Wow. Break the pallet because it's satisfying. We got a nice... I want to deck out all the chairs in basement. Let's deck out the other deck. Deck out the other rocket chairs. Yeah, now we got 2 celebration chairs. Look how happy he is. It only triggers if you get close to it. Wait, why isn't it triggering? Okay, I don't know. The graffiti works in mysterious ways. I've had that since the first hand. Yo, game, are you okay? Identity 5 is just so broken after any maintenance patch. This is not that often. Okay, there we go, it stopped. I don't know what's going on. This game's crazy. We're just infinitely dropping down, I guess. No, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, well, we hit him anyway. I meant to put a modified drill on and then hit him, but that's okay. Blink for BM. Can't be bothered. Alright. No, don't get stuck. Okay, good. Yeah, you had to gentle parent the smiley face sticker. I don't know why it didn't work though. I always wait that long and it usually works. Yeah, Bonbon looks like a penguin. I never say Bonbon. I always say penguin. Or if it's not a penguin, because penguin has so many skins, so many A tiers that aren't penguins, I just say whatever animal he is. They just love making penguin any other animal that's not a penguin. I just change it. Like there's bear, there's the beaver, there's duck. It's like and someone who's new to identify would think these are all different hunters. Like, bro, there's a duck hunter? Yes, there's a duck hunter. The chair changes with the accessory. Yeah. The chair changes with the accessory. Why is everyone instantly ready? Okay. I would say these are bots, but one of them does have a standby motion. Oh, 2 of them do. Okay, 2 of them do. So these are real players. Are these tryhards? They all have Chinese names. I think we lost, guys. Oh no! They're Chinese names! We lost! Should we go Qist? Do I have a Qist build? I do have a Qist build. Okay, I have Impulsive. Thank God. Oh yeah, there's the cat skin. Yeah, he's got a cat. Robot? No, not Robot. We're calling him Penguin. I'm the only person you ever heard call him Penguin. Yeah, you got Guard 26. You got Bonbon. Nah, Penguin it is. We got Penguin. No, don't even worry about it. Oh, I'm waiting, but he's not using his ability. Oh! I don't know about that, Chief. Yeet! No, I won't hit him. Please don't get your ability back. I think he might. Okay, he didn't. I think we can block off... but no one's decoding it. Can I block off middle? No. Uh-oh, I'm dead. I literally knew it just from seeing it. Bruh, I hate this about Batter. I hate that about Batter, that they have time to always pick up their ball. Well, he's not going to rescue anymore. Can we block that in time? No, we didn't. Yes, after half. Good. No, don't go inside! I thought we were about to go inside the building. Nice to get rid of Shack Pallet, though. Love that. Bro, why is everyone here? Can you shoot over there? Doug, leave me alone! Uh-oh. And that's when he knew. He effed up. Well, this is not good. I mean, I guess we do have Blink, but... I'll kill you. Honestly, I almost feel like we should just focus on someone else. No one is doing anything. Doctor's gonna heal him for free. Matador's not dead on chair. Or Matador is dead on chair, though, right? Yeah, let's go after him anyway. Just to prevent Doctor from healing. Same logic. This guy just loves not using his ability, dog. We need to deal with this batter. Oh, that's so annoying. Uh-oh. Dude, I gotta break the ball. Yes, he canceled it. Thank you. Just one more ball out and we should be fine. Please give me the ball! Thank you. Okay, no more batter this game. Man, he's working on a cipher now. Okay, well, there's nothing they can do, though. Why is batter still here? Why are you still here? You know you're not safe, right? Do you guys think he has struggle speed? Are they all playing on comms? They might be, honestly. Oh, I misplaced it. Did I? Oh, I did misplace it. That would have been a good play if I didn't misplace it. Is this close enough? No. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. Also, this guy just rescued at half health? Seriously? Dog, what was that? Man, that's not inside the pallet. Come on. Thank you, joystick. My bad, I guess. Thank you for vaulting. Made her hitbox bigger. Okay. As soon as the batter had no more balls, it was basically over. I mean, it was a normal match until all that stuff started happening. You know, yesterday I had a full Doctor team. Last night I was playing 95 and I had a full 4-man Doctor. Again, all wearing the same skin. The same thing happened off stream. And it was Church. It was Church too. Did I play the game on Church when I was raging against those Doctors? I think that was Ever Sleeping. But anyway. At least, oh my god, it was still so bad. I played Opera before I even saw the team comp. I played Opera. I clicked ready. As I'm looking at the team comp, after I clicked ready, it was all Doctors. I'm like, oh my god, I picked Opera into 4 Doctors. With like the longest recovery hunter in this game. No Berserker. Nothing to help me out here. Like, oh my god, dude. And it was Church too, so they just kept vaulting the Church window. I still won, but they were just 4 stacking all in the same place, body blocking for each other. I guess it didn't last that long. The match was still like, what, 9 minutes? Honestly, it could have been way worse. I think I handled it pretty good. But look at this, dog. Look at this. Look at this. 43 survivors hit as opera singer. Oh God, dude. 17 knockdowns. I mean, I guess that's not that many knockdowns. I was at a point where it's like, okay, when you knock down someone, you can't tunnel. In that kind of matchup, you just can't tunnel. Wherever you knock down, you pick up. You don't let them heal up anymore. And you just eventually grind them down like that. But my God, is it bad. Who got fooled by that 10% deduction? Be honest. How many of you got fooled? How many of you got fooled? Food. How many of you got fooled? Oh God, I picked Violinist on Moonlit. Oh, I didn't even notice. I got Peeper's Moonlit! Oh no. Peeper, guys. Peeper Violinist. New meta. New meta. Peeper Violinist on this map. Priestess? Don't mind if I do. Guys, I wonder what she's gonna do. I do wonder. Well, now we just kind of... Nope, she just portals through the river. I mean, it's not so bad, right? Hello. You died! Priestess, listen, I was like watching, or not watching, but I was looking at some of the comments on the Koa 8, or whatever Koa I commentated on. I was looking at the comments, and ignoring all the polarized comments about how bad or how good Psyche is as a commentator. There was like one guy who actually asked, like, why is no one picking Priestess? That's why no one is picking Priestess. Now, it wasn't clear why, but the reason was actually in the top left. It's called Desperate Fight. Okay. Because of Desperate Fight, Priestess isn't really a good survivor anymore, to be honest. Like, she's still good as a supporter, but as a kiter, Desperate Fight really kills Priestess. On top of that, to make things worse, over the years, the devs have added a lot of Persona points to the game. There used to only be 100, but then they buffed it to 120, and then they buffed it to 130. So nowadays, almost every hunter has at least some space for at least some kind of stun resistance. Whether that be Addiction, whether that be Desperate Fight, whether that be Rage. And also, Addiction got buffed on top of that, which normally it didn't. Addiction was like a very mid trait back then. Addiction was very mid back in the day. Now Addiction is like a very good trait. Almost every hunter almost runs it. Like, it's almost as auto-run as Desperate Fight. Assuming on the matchup, of course, you know. Oh, I don't even... Oh, I do have Trump card. Okay, I was about to say. No Trump card Vio on Moonlit. Like, yeah, it's over. If I was him, I would have used the lasso towards a pal instead of on me. Like, what is it going to do to lasso on me? Like, you really think I'm going to swing? I mean, you do get such a nice speed boost as Cowboy from pallets. Archer? Ooh, there could be an archer here. She's literally holding her bow? Is she trying to hit me from across the map? What is she doing? She's holding her bow inside of tents, thinking she's gonna hit me. Dude, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up, dude. The archers are insane. She was the same one who shot at the pallet, to be fair, from earlier. Can you give me a nice double hit? We'll take it. He walked into it. Gotta feel bad for him, honestly. What cipher just popped? Oh, that one. Okay. They popped that one. Yo, it's actually really nice that you can see on the map where there used to be a cipher at least. So if you miss it, you can still check the map and have an idea of where they are, in case you don't remember what ciphers you saw earlier. But yeah, like addiction, really good here. Desperate Fight will obviously be really good for the archer as well. I mean, Desperate Fight is just helping against the prospector. Desperate Fight really is like auto-include nowadays. Like, it's such a good trade. I mean, look at that. I'm able to recover twice as fast as the cowboy's able to even start walking. So it is extremely good. And that's not even including addiction, which addiction is just slowing down any person from running any further away from it. It used to be 20% slower, by the way. If you were at the maximum distance of addiction as a survivor, you'd be moving a whole 20% slower. And obviously it diminishes the closer the hunter is to you. But usually if someone is supporting you, the hunter's gonna be stunned, you're gonna be pretty decently far from the hunter. They nerfed that to 16, honestly 16 is still a ton. Dude, some of those people in those comment section in Koa, okay, besides the genuine priestess question, because reading those comments actually pisses me off. It pisses me off, but it actually, the worst part about it is actually makes me question, am I actually like doing something wrong here? Because some of these people are talking about that I'm too noisy. I'm too noisy? I'm too noisy. That's crazy. Have these people never watched a soccer match in their life? They've never watched a soccer match in their life because they're all complaining, or many of them were complaining that it's too loud. And I completely get it. I completely get it. Some of those were valid. Like, I talk about myself or I'd hog the mic from Ellie. But, bro, I'm day one commentator. Give me a break. Give me a break, dog. Like, some of these people are so unforgiving. It's like, oh, my God. Like, these are the types of people who walk in. They ask for some service at any place, and there's a new hire. And something goes wrong, as expected, and they have a problem with it. Apparently, it was expected to everyone except them. Why is it not expected? I don't know why. I don't know why they didn't expect it. I'm a new hire. Of course it's to be expected. Like, goddamn. And literally, guys, Standard, thank you for bringing that up. That's a great point. These people are complaining about it. Have you never watched a Japanese Koa match? Have you never watched a Chinese Koa match? These Chinese Koa commentators are crapping on the survivors. They are allowed to literally crap on them, say as much of the stuff as they want if they make a bad play. That's not allowed for us. And somehow, there's still a problem with it. Which, I mean, that's just unfair to begin with. Why am I chasing a mercenary? But whatever, we'll let it slide, right? We'll let that exception slide, even though there really shouldn't be an exception. Kind of racist, but whatever. Right? Beautiful hit, by the way. Not a beautiful trap. Right? Even if you ignore that fact, what is a commentator supposed to be? A commentator is supposed to get you excited for watching. A commentator is part of the reason you're here to watch. You could watch any game you want in the world, but part of Koa commentary is that Koa, these people are supposed to know what they're doing, and so if, also I kind of picked wheel into an embalmer here, or not embalmer, into a batter. He already used his ball. Man, this is so bad though. No, the singular box! Full presence is about to be up. Patient is vaulting. No, I missed it. Is he also running broken windows, or am I just bad? He can't get spiked at the start. Okay, anyway, as I was saying, those people, they've clearly never watched any of those Asia commentators, alright? Now, I'm just gonna brush aside the part where they're allowed to just crap talk the players, because honestly, that shouldn't be allowed in my opinion. Like, you shouldn't be allowed to do something like that, but if one person's not allowed, I feel like everyone shouldn't, because it's just a courtesy thing. But anyway, at the end of the day, they're still excited. They still love Identity 5. They know Identity 5, right? And that's the biggest complaint I hear among top players and even low tiers, that they watch Koa and like people, man, how did that not? And like people, do you have flywheel? You do. Too bad I already used this chair. You know, come to think of it, there's not really a lot of chairs in this area once you use that chair in the corner. Should they change that? I feel like they should change that. Feels like a Leo's memory situation. Anyway. And at the end of the day, let's say you've never watched Japanese or Chinese Koa commentary, because why would you? Like, you don't understand what's happening, right? Oh my god, this is about to be a value spike! Okay, we didn't hit the patient. That's honestly to be expected. Oh no, I didn't hit the batter though. Wait, this guy can't take the rope. He has tied. Sir? Hello? No, I wanted to spike him so bad. What the hell? Oh my god, everyone's just running flywheel today, right? So let's say even if you didn't watch those languages, right? Bro, you're telling me you are upset about commentators being excited and noisy and they love Identity 5? They love Mercenary Flywheel! Mercenary Flywheel! You can't make this stuff up. Is he even gonna make it? Oh no, I missed. Now he does. Okay, well, it's whatever. Patient's gonna get up here, so we'll leave him be. Would he actually get up? Is he gonna get up? Oh man, we actually could have chaired him then. Oh, okay, my bad. I didn't account for the peeper. I mean, I did, but he already had some time to heal. Why isn't he not using this? I think the spike trap threw him off there. He was trying to look for something better. 5%, guys. Oh no. I'm not going to defend stuff like the clown impression. We're talking about other games, because that's fair. That being said, I didn't get a warning, but if people are complaining about being noisy about a game, have you watched any sports match? Any sports match in your life? Have you watched a single one? Bro, watch any Premier League match. Any single one. There is nothing but noise coming out of the living room television anytime I come over to my dad's, because it's not even just the commentators, it's the freaking crowd. The crowd is enjoying it. That's what's supposed to make you excited about it. I mean, these people have clearly just been around Pachinello for too long, and no offense to them, but they don't play Identity 5 daily. They have other jobs. They commentate a lot of other games. They commentate more than just Identity 5, so I'm sure at the end of the day, they commentate Identity 5 because they like something about it, but they don't dedicate their time to Identity 5 like I'm sure the Chinese or Japanese Koa commentators. It's an honor to be a Koa commentator for someone like me. And I'm sure it is for them too. But it's so laid back in NAU. Honestly, it feels like the viewers are eating it up too. What other games? I don't remember what other games, but I remember when I was commentating with them, you know, we would talk behind the scenes because there would be breaks or something like that, and he'd like Potch would be telling me that like, he's got like or he wouldn't be telling me, but like in the background, Nella Mella was there and they'd be talking to each other, right? And Potch was talking to Nella about like this new offer they're getting for another game to commentate, right? And how they're gonna commentate it together or something like that. Right? I don't remember what was going on. It doesn't really matter. The point is, Potch has other games too. That's how he makes his money. Because 95 doesn't do tournaments enough for him to do it. Especially not in AU. You kidding me? Literally any game. Yeah, thank you. But any game. Any game. But I just mentioned sports because sports, surely that's the one thing people can relate to, right? Listen, I don't like sports. Or I shouldn't say I don't like sports, but I don't like watching sports. I don't like watching sports. Like, I'm not into watching soccer. I'm not into watching basketball. I'm not into those things. Okay, you can really see that I don't play wheel. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, thank you. Please walk in it. Did I get him? No. I thought I Kobe'd him. Oh. That would have been such an amazing Kobe. Could you imagine if we Kobe'd that? Kobe? Kobe! Man, this guy's taking the most obvious route. I'm gonna wait for the vault. Because he's probably got flywheel, right? That's at least what the average player at this tier would run. Anyway, that was pretty bad. Man, the problem with wheels, it's so hard to tell when someone is rescuing when they stop checking the ciphers. Like, is someone here rescuing? Like, where are they coming from? Oh, there they are. Dude, I swear I saw a red dot. Okay. Bro! You kidding me? Okay, he's gonna have an item here, so I'm not too confident in coming out a wheel to trap him. If he jumps here, we're gonna use it immediately. I think you can use the flywheel while you're rolling. I'm pretty sure you can, right? Because you can drop. You can drop and vol. Why wouldn't you be able to flywheel? Yeah, it would be nice if I could actually turn! Ah! I don't even have full presence. Why are you using flywheel? I feel like I should be pressuring ciphers, not chasing this random guy who's not doing anything. Oh my gosh, he's stuck inside of me! Hey, yo! Bro, that was awesome. As with any interaction being stuck inside of me. Okay. Should we start dropping peepers around? No, not yet. Maybe. I mean, I think the blink is going to be more useful. Sir? Bro, I don't care. We can do this all day. You're going to have to go rescue. Oh, wait. No, he's rescuing. Oh, my God. We actually hit him when I wasn't trying. That's beautiful. I'm trying to play around flywheel here. That's why I'm not trying to, like, snap instantly. Bruh. He's gonna cancel. Ah! Read you like a bug! Read you like a bug! Oh man, he got read like a bug. Ooh, that's something you only see with Clerk usually. Beautiful trap psyche. Beautiful ball of fire investigator whose name I can't say. No. So painful. It's honestly so painful playing Wheel Dog. Okay, this time he's not gonna fake. Read him like a book again. I guess that one was a little bit. I guess more people would drop there than not drop. Of course there's no chair here. Why would there be? He thought there was a chair there too. Imagine if now my battery just dies and they win the game. Okay, they could still tie technically. They can only tie. I haven't... Did this guy flywheel yet? Or did he use Tide? I should really keep track of... Kobe, by the way! What a Kobe. Kobe! That's my favorite part about playing Wheel. Plug in that iPad? Nah. Let's see if our iPad survives. We're at 3%, guys. We got this. Imagine just drops from like 2 to 1 to 0 instantly. Can't tell you how many times that happened to me. By the way, you're never going to change my mind, but breaking Wheel sounds like a bunch of old ladies. You're never going to change my mind about that. Sir? Sir? That's what we're flywheeling? Stream ends when iPad wants to end, exactly. If you play full go, this game would already be over. Maybe. Alright guys, I think we're gonna call it there. My voice is dying. Alright guys. That's gonna be it. My voice needs to recover a little bit. Whew, those Koa, talking about Koa gets me all wild up, dude. Take me back, that East. Please! Please take me back! I don't even care, I'll do it for free. I just want to do it for the... I just want to do it because it's fun at this point, dude. I would do it for free, honestly. The only problem is that it's net ease. So I guess like once pays honorable, it's like, okay, well I don't care who I'm doing it for at that point. Like people are going to watch. Also, we got the Wu-Chang skin that I'm never ever going to wear. I saw this skin in rank. I was like, what is this skin? It answers my question. Never sell yourself short. You're right. They're going to get all that constant viewership for $0. You're right. I should be getting double what Potch and Nil are getting. Combined. Come on. Okay, that's a joke, obviously. Ah, man. Alright. Well, guys, we're going to call it here. Maybe one day we'll come back to Koa. I would not want to be commenting that PR match. Or not the PR. The PRR match where Omni won. But to be fair, we lost against them and they won against us. So, end of the day, probably shouldn't complain. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for talking to me. What did I say? Who's talking to me? Who's talking? Thank you guys for coming on to the stream. Were you asked to commentate the year you did? I did. I got asked. I didn't apply. Ellie just walked up to me. He was like, hey, we have a spot. Chow Chow needs to go do something. She couldn't commentate. We need you to have a spot. I almost feel like they were going to fire me no matter what, honestly. Because they weren't going to originally have me until they found out Chow Chow couldn't. Right? And then Chow Chow's back after the 10 days of co-commentary. Then I get fired. I almost feel like it was just convenient for them, right? But it doesn't make sense, because then why would they fire L? Something is sketchy no matter what. But either way, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Join the Discord in the description if you guys haven't already. Like the stream if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new around here. And I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for joining. Take care. This has been Psyche. Peace out, everybody.